It's been a very entertaining season. It's been a lot that's been going on. You have your championship favorites. You have your Eastern Conference race for who's going to be the best team over there. We've had a all right MVP race. All right.
All right.
Rookie of the Year race is ridiculous. It's a two-man race, but it's been a good race back and forth. Concanepa was actually favored right now, believe it or not. Also, we've had a good race for who's the worst team in the NBA. Taking is at an all-time high, but myself personally, I'm enjoying what teams are doing to try to get that number one overall pick or a top 3 pick. However, Chill and Mars, would you guys believe it if I told you that there's one race that's been overlooked? It's been right under our nose, but we really haven't been paying enough attention to it, or as much attention to it as we should.
What's that?
And to me, personally, Chill, I think the most improved player race has silently been one of the best parts of the season.
It has.
We have 5 or 6 guys that legitimately deserve to win this award and legitimately have taken major leaps in their game and legitimately are all in contention to potentially win this race.
I can get with that. Yes, I can absolutely get with that. Considering like who the 5 guys are, I did not have, to Mars's point, guys like Rollins on my radar before the season started. I thought he would be good, but I didn't think that he would be in that space. My most improved player was before the season started was Josh Giddey. I thought that I would get close to a triple-double this season. I didn't think that the Bulls would be good. I thought that they would be right around like the play-in tournament, like around that space, because they were still building. But I thought Josh Giddey was going to be like a walking triple-double. Like almost every night I was getting that from him. He was going to average close to that. But, I mean, we've had some really good players come out of nowhere is not the word I'm looking for, Ron. It's more of we've had some players surprise us, and there's been some guys that I've really been surprised about.
Yeah, there actually is one guy that came out of nowhere. But before we even talk about him and talk about what the standings look like or the favorites or the odds, the betting odds for who's going to win it, just for context, I want to give you guys the 6 guys that were predicted and slotted to win. It had the best odds before the season. So at number 6 at plus 8,000, and this is with BetMGM, at plus 8,000, you had Jalen Duren.
This ain't today, Ron. This is we haven't played the game yet. Is what you're telling me.
Yeah, this is before the season even started.
We haven't started yet. All right, I'm following you. Okay.
So Jalen Duren was a plus 8,000. We'll get to Jalen Duren, trust me. What's good, Ox?
Big fella.
These are the MIP odds before the season. Jalen Duren plus 8,000.
Okay. I thought you was like making a plus minus joke or something.
Oh, nah. Me joke with the plus minus? Never that. Okay. But Jalen Duren plus 8,000. Jalen Johnson plus 5,000. Josh Giddey was at 4th, plus 2,000. Denny Avdia at 3rd, coming into the season. He was a plus 1,600. Can you guys guess the top 2 guys? This is coming into the season. Best odds to win most improved. Into the season. So Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Josh Giddey, Denny Avdia was 3rd. Chat, can anybody guess who the top 2 guys were?
I have no idea.
J-Dub? No, because he made the All-Pro team last year. It's not J-Dub. How about Chet, maybe? No Chet.
I would have thought it was Josh and probably not Denny, but I would have thought Josh was one of the top 2.
The most improved. How about the kid from the Lakers, Reeves?
Nope. No. Even though that actually would have been solid, but nobody thought Reeves was about to do, like, he came out that first 15 games. He shocked everybody, including his mama.
Career fact. I'm stumped.
Maybe Jalen Green?
Nah. So at number 2, plus 1,400, we have Matas Buzelis.
Matas? Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I know I was huge on Matas coming into the season.
Yep. Yeah. Is that where he is right now, Ron, or this before the season started?
No, this is before the season.
Matas I'm still following.
Slotted to come second. He had the second best odds. But y'all, this first one makes so much sense. We expected him to take an all-star leap. A lot of people had him being an all-star. Expected him to take an all-star leap. His role on the team increased. However, he just didn't really take that offensive leap. Defense is still there, just didn't really. I know Mars would probably get this if he was here.
Cater,
but
from the Celtics?
Not chill. Nobody. Once again, Cater was one of those guys. He was like an afterthought.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about a sore.
Close.
Amen?
Oh,
yeah.
Ron.
Amen was a plus 18. Let me guess. You meant to say Amen. You just got it mixed up.
No. I'm meant to say so.
Okay. Yeah.
So
right,
man,
it was just that everybody was so high on him last year. Y'all acted like he was already all NBA last year.
Well, remember, based on how high everybody was, they had him taking that leap this year. A lot of people had him in averaging like, let me see, I don't know what he's averaging right now, but people had him averaging
almost 18 a game.
Okay, that's
17, almost 18 a game.
That's kind of what people had him at, but they had him. Remember, everybody had him being an all-star and all of that.
I picked him.
Last year he averaged 14. He's averaging 17 now.
I picked him in. I had him in the defensive player of the year conversation. I thought that he would. If he didn't win it, he would be like right there with him, Wemby, and Mobley. That's where I had him at. I mean, damn, Ron, we talking about being the most improved player. When you look at the history of the most improved player, he averages at least 5 more points than he did the previous year to start. Like he averages at least 5 more points than to start. On top of that, like he doesn't have to be on a good team. Right? He doesn't have to be on a good team, but he definitely has to be a bucket getter. So on top of him averaging 5 more points, he's doing it the whole season, the entire season. So, and Centrell told me, Mobley, give it up. Yo, he won Defensive Player of the Year last year. Shut up. Quiet. He already did it. So quiet. And yeah, he might have won it by default, but he still won it. So at the very least, even if Vic won it, he was the second best defensive player in the game. So pipe down.
Ain't no default thing. That happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? He won it. You know what I mean?
That's it. He won it.
But I mean, y'all, because my thing too, Ron, it's just like y'all was acting like, damn, most improved. Y'all, I thought most of y'all had him in for MVP.
Amir was getting a lot of hype. I think it's deserving though. Like, Amir's a good ass player.
I was expecting him to. I was expecting him to take another jump this year. Y'all know how I felt about him. I wanted to give him the ball. He wasn't prepared for that, considering what's going on.
You don't think he took a jump this year, too?
I do think that he got better. I do think that he got better. I'm not with all of that. Yo, he can't dribble and he can't do. He's shown me signs that he can do this stuff. It just has to be more consistent, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that he's young. That's all. A lot of it has. I do think that at some point he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year, though. I do think that.
I don't see that happening. But I think you three are the highest on the men, like, of everybody that I've talked.
Ox, what's your biggest issue with him?
Amir's a hooper.
I don't have an issue with him. I just don't think he's as good as y'all think he is.
Is it because where he is right now, or where you see him in the future? Because like I see a better ball handler in the future. I see a consistent jump shooter in the mid range and in the mid post. I can see him being respectable at that. I see that. I see that happen.
I don't see him ever being a respectable shooter, but I also don't see him ever being a great ball handler. And honestly, I don't think he needs to be. Like, I think what Amin does is dope. I just, you know what I'm saying? I think he's better with Freddie. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the numbers and the stats say, but I think he's better when he's not when he can be a transition demon and just be like a freak athlete on defense and just mix it up. And like, I'm just wondering, you know how I feel about you. I don't believe in perfect basketball players. I don't believe in, this guy's going to get this, he's going to get that.
I'm coming around.
Amin, you know what I'm saying? Amin is just, he is what he is. And like, of course, you know, if he improves, that's great. And I'm not saying he can't improve. Yeah. I'm just saying like what he does for a basketball team is super important. You know what I'm saying? Like he mixes it up on both sides of the floor. He's good. He knows how to cut and get open. He knows how to run the floor hard. He can dunk anything, get off the ground so fast, super athletic. So while I don't think he's as good as y'all think he is, I don't have any issues with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking a player because he's not, you know what I'm saying, 40% from 3 and not Kyrie with the ball. I don't care about all that. He's still super impactful.
I'm just not one of these. I'm not one of these guys that's huge on having to be a knockdown long ball shooter. Because I think that if you can make long twos. I've always felt like that. If you could make long twos, if we got other guys that can make threes, that could supplement that. If you could make long twos, you could keep defenses honest. If you could make long twos and you can score in the mid post, which is where he's shown that he can get. And I think he could be a respectable offensive player and make teams stay honest. I think the thing that I'm thinking about the most when it comes to Amin Thompson is I feel like he's one of those players that he could do a whole bunch of things really good, which when you get on the floor, we could put that stuff together and he could be a great defender here. And then he could be a respectable jump shooter in this space right here, like situationally, if that makes any sense. That's why I love him so much, because I don't think he's James or anything like that where I'm getting that every night. But I feel like situationally, there's nights when, he's going to keep defenses honest and knock down an open shot, or I can put him on your best perimeter scorer and he can slow him down on that night. Kind of like a better version of what Drew Holiday was.
A better version of what Drew Holiday was.
A bigger, better version of what Drew Holiday was.
Bet. I hear what's a bigger, but the bet.
Yes, even better. Yes.
Never. He'll never be better than Drew Holiday.
I'm with Chill. Bigger and better.
He'll never be better than Drew Holiday. Never.
I don't really like the Drew Holiday comp though. I kind of like, for a man, I like Sean Marion.
I don't think. Ron, wait a minute. Wait
Sean Marion could shoot it. He could shoot it a little better and stretch it a little better.
Definitely never be better than the Matrix.
I'm not saying what I'm just saying a comp.
Gotcha.
When I say a bigger, better version of Drew Holiday, I mean in situations like, all right, this is what Drew did in this situation. Not him as an overall player. No, I don't mean that at all. What I mean is this is what Drew did in this situation. This is what a man can do in this situation and be better at it in this particular situation.
I like
Pembroke, what up, brother?
What's good, Chill? Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me good?
Yeah. You
all
good?
Right, man.
We can hear you loud and clear.
I was having some mic issues for a second. I promise. I'm very sorry that I'm late.
You good?
Oh no, you good, Penn. We would never cut your mic. Well, at least 4 of us wouldn't up here.
So Ron, when
you've done it like 45 times this year, Ron.
That's not me.
Kicked them out of practice a bunch of
Somebody else has controls in the
It's
background.
all right. It's all right. 75% of the time I deserved it. It's all right.
But we're talking about Amin, but Amin is not in the most improved player race right now. He was the favorite to come into the season. However, as of right now, we have 6 guys with odds across the boards where I've went on a few different places. I've checked a few different sites and got their odds. And there are 6 guys that are consistently the top 6 guys. So we're going to talk about these 6 guys individually. And I just want to talk about the improvement that they've made. And you guys let me know if you think that they have an opportunity to win MIP. But ultimately, like I said, I think that this is the most competitive race in the season so far. And I think this is probably, to me, this is my favorite part of the season that's going on. And so the first guy, and we're going to rock with, let's rock with sports. Yes, we're going to rock with FanDuel. So the first guy is Keyonte George. If you watched the game last night, you've seen Keyonte George went crazy against the Denver Nuggets. However, the leap that Keyonte George has taken, he averaged almost 17 last year, 16.8, 5 assists, almost 4 rebounds, 3.8. This year, almost 24 points, 6.4 assists, same amount of rebounds. Shooting percentage is much better, shooting better from the 3, shooting better from the field. He almost shot 39% last year. This year, that's up to 46.
That's your winner right there.
Keyonte?
That's your winner right there.
Think he's the winner, Chill?
I think that's your winner right there, considering what the most improved player has been in the past. Just off the buckets alone, to go from 16, almost 17 a game to 24, that right there alone would make him most improved. Now, when you're talking about he's taking 2 more shots a game, I think he's taking 2 more shots a game, and his field goal percentage has skyrocketed. It's gotten a lot better. He's definitely headier as a point guard today than what he was last year. I mean, I'm never going to talk about his defense, but I think that he's definitely improved a lot, just as a bucket getter, as a floor general. I mean, I think that's your winner. And I can appreciate where Mars is when it comes to Rollins. I really wish Giannis wouldn't have got hurt, Mars, because I think that we having a real conversation about Rollins being the most improved player if he had not gotten hurt.
Thoughts on Keyonte? Anybody?
You weren't reading those in order, were you?
No. Well, yeah. Keyonte's
the favorite.
Keyonte's. Yeah. He's not the favorite. He's plus 2,000. So of the guys I'm mentioning, he's the lowest.
So he's the bottom of the favorites.
Yeah.
He's the least favorite.
And how many names are you going to say?
6.
I'm interested to hear the 5.
So you have next. Shout out to him.
Are
Found
2 of them
home.
named Jalen?
Potentially, we'll see.
Okay.
They might be Rob. However, hey, you never know. The next name in Atlanta is Nickeil Alexander-Walker. A big shout out to him. He's been hooping, and I thought he was good coming out of Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
But after years of him not really getting opportunity, I didn't know if he would ever hit this gear. However, last year, he was averaging 9.4 points, 2.7 assists, 3.2 rebounds, and only played 25 minutes. This year, starting 52 out of the 59 games in 33 minutes, my man Nickeil is averaging almost 20 points, 19.8 points, 3.8 assists, giving you a steal a game, and is averaging 2.9 rebounds. No, 3.6 rebounds.
That might be your
I'd
winner.
have Keyonte above him.
You would?
I do want to say though, Ron, like,
what's up?
I know he's playing 7 more minutes here, but I do think the last 2 seasons in Minnesota, like, he got to showcase that he was a good basketball player. Like he did. He definitely got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? He might not have got a bunch of shots, but I think he definitely got an opportunity in Minnesota. He was getting, he was playing in big minutes too.
Yeah,
Mars, why you like this kid?
He's basically doubled his shot attempts and doubled his scoring. But chill, as you were saying.
Mars, why you like this kid over Walker?
I think Nickeil is a benefactor. This is not a bad thing. He's a benefactor of more offensive responsibility, but with that, his defense has gone worse. Keyonte, I don't think has regressed at anything. Now, to be fair, he sucked at defense last year. He sucks now.
So we can't talk.
So
about
I'm
that.
not saying Keyonte's a better defender than Nickeil. But when it's most improved player, I don't think you get to just improve on offense, get worse on defense, and overall be like quite similar to where you were last year in terms of overall impact. And then I say you're the most improved player in the NBA. I don't subscribe to that.
Getting worse on defense because he's playing in Atlanta, because he's got more responsibility, because he didn't have that much of a responsibility in Minnesota because they were better defensively. Has he gotten worse, or maybe he just was that good of a defender in Minnesota? They were just really good at masking it, as opposed to Keyonte.
I mean, they're having him guard the ball in Minnesota. I don't think you mask someone you trust to guard the ball.
Well, sure, absolutely. We got him guarding the ball, but we also got Jaden McDaniels on one wing. I got Anthony Edwards, and I got Rudy Gobert. Guarding the rim. So I mean, I don't have to be Drew Holiday on the basketball. I can, and that's not to say that he's not a defender. I want to make sure that I'm clear on that. That's not to say that he's not a defender. So I think it looks a lot different in Atlanta because I still think that he guards the basketball. Like, who's defending the rim in Atlanta consistently? Like, what wing defenders do we have to help him in Atlanta? Like, he's got more responsibility. So I think that might contribute to him looking worse on defense.
Yeah, and him having more opportunity on offense contributes to why he looks better on offense. Most improved is always going to be about opportunity. So if we're going to say that his defense getting worse isn't that big of a deal because he's in a worse defensive environment,
sure.
Then the flip side is he hasn't actually improved that much on offense. He's just being given more shots. And I don't think either one are like entirely true. But I think Keyonte has clearly improved more as a player. But Keyonte had clear weaknesses last year that he has addressed and have become strengths of his. That's improvement. And his weaknesses, like the defense, I'm acknowledging he sucks on defense. I'm not even saying he's a better player than Nickeil. I'm not saying that. Right. But when it comes to improvement, yeah, the player Keyonte was last year versus the player Keyonte is this year. That's a bigger difference versus what Nickeil was last year and what Nickeil is this year, in my opinion.
That part I could get with, Mars, but what I think what I'm pushing back on is the idea, because most improved, most of the time I've seen it's been an offensive thing. It hasn't really had much to do with defense. And the fact that I'm getting more shots, that doesn't necessarily mean that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not improving, because we've seen guys get more shots and that doesn't work for them. And we saw what happened with Jordan Poole when he went down to New Orleans. He was getting more shots and that didn't work out. That didn't work out that well with him, right? So with a guy like Alexander Walker, he is getting more shots, and I think he's a lot smarter in terms of his shot selection. And with that freedom, like he seems to be with that freedom, he seems to be more comfortable with taking shots, as opposed to he knew when he was in Minnesota, all right, I'm only going to be out here for a limited amount of time. If I get 5 shots, I better make all 5 of these shots count. Even though I can get buckets and I can be more of a bucket getter if I have more opportunity. But I know that when I'm out here, I look limited as an offensive player and I look limited as a bucket getter. So whatever I get, I better get it, and I better get it right now because I'm not going to be out here long.
The most shots Jordan Poole's ever taken was in Golden State.
Even more? Maybe the misses. I feel like the misses maybe the misses in New Orleans were just
it was loud in
Washington. I mean,
I know,
they were just
loud. I feel you, but like I'm once again, I'm not arguing. Like Nikhil's not going to win it. I don't think that's the thing, and I'm arguing against 5th against 6th right now. So I mean, it's not like ultimately that big of a deal, but I just think the growth that Keyonte has shown to become like a legitimate offensive weapon versus Nikhil, I think, is more of a usage thing. I think Keyonte's actually went from a below average offensive engine to a legitimately positive one, and Nikhil's gone from a low usage offensive player to a mid usage offensive player. I think one's a very clear, like, more impactful growth. That's really it.
Keontae be frying.
Ron, he gets to it. Am I bugging out, Ron?
God.
Does he get to it?
No.
Yeah, and you was hating on him early on in the season too. I remember you was hating that you don't like him at the point, but he been playing the point really well this year.
To be honest with you, I didn't. I wasn't sure if he was smart enough to play the lead guard. I felt like he didn't take care of the ball well enough. Man, I was wrong on that. He actually looks really good at the lead guard spot. Really good. In fact,
if only he could play some defense. If he could play some defense, he'd be an all-star, I think.
What kind of defense are we looking at? What kind of defense?
If he just wasn't maybe the worst defender in the league, he could be like all-star caliber. But he just
is it an IQ
defense
thing? Is it a competitive thing? Is it just he's just
who would he need to be as
food?
good as? Would he need to be as good as Gary Trent Jr. on defense to just be
the Gary Trent that I was told was a good defender, or the real Gary Trent?
The real Gary Trent. We only care about reality here.
If he was the real Gary Trent on defense,
who told you Gary Trent was a good defender?
We had a debate about
a lot of people.
And a half ago. Yeah, we had a debate about it a while ago. The Gary Trent I saw this year is like also in the running for one of the worst defenders in the league. So I'm gonna put that to the side. But
he dies on
Gary Trent that wasn't like a criminal on defense. If Keyonte was that level of defender, like that's a major jump for him. Like I don't know if that would get him to all-star, but like right now, I don't know if I can name 10 worse defenders than Keyonte in the league. Like that's a
Mars.
Well, I'm trying to get to like a level where he would need to get to, like that level.
You don't need to play defense to be an all-star.
I mean, you should.
Do we not see those 2 Serbians in the goddamn all-star?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure. Even if we want to like grant that, that's the level of offensive player Keontae's not gonna get to. So I'm saying within his range of offensive outcomes, he needs to be a better defender. Like he just needs to. He's not gonna be generational offensive player where you can play no defense and make an all-star team. If you want to push that agenda, that's fine. Also Lucas Slovenia. But
by the way,
so yeah, for him,
same shit.
Yeah, for him, he would have to get.
No, it ain't Jordan. I'm not. Me
once
and
upon a
Haitians
time,
aren't
yeah.
Once
upon
a time,
if he was
on a scale from 1 to 10,
crazy.
Mars, 10 being on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being Joe Dumars and 1 being Luca, where does he have to be?
Well, where does he have to be?
Where does
He's one.
He has to be about
2
He has to get to about 4 or 5
above Luca.
But if based on that scale,
defense,
if Luca's 1, Keontae's -3. So
There we go.
I mean, so he's
might
off,
be negative
he's
10.
off. Yeah, he's off the scale. If Luca's 1, Keontae's -3. But if he can get to 4 or 5, where he's not just
average.
actively sabotaging your defense every time he plays, then I think you've got like all-star level impact. Like he just needs to be. He's not. I don't think he's gonna be neutral. If he can get to just slightly negative, like slightly below average, I think that would be a
he
good
don't gotta
outcome
be
for him.
none of that shit to make the all-star team. All he gotta legitimately do is average about 27. And guess what? All-star guaranteed.
Larry Markkinen averaged 27 this year and didn't make the all-star team.
That's
so
a fact.
I don't agree with that.
That is a fact.
Okay,
So,
well,
I mean,
yeah,
but
I-
just
keep
yeah,
waiting.
I still don't agree with that.
I think
Maybe
he
with
gets
a
an
bunch
all-star
of
game or two.
injury. Yeah, but I said all-star caliber and making Şengün made the all-star team. So I'm not talking about making all-star team. I'm saying all-star caliber.
for sure.
Okay,
for
that's
sure.
different then.
In order, I said that the first time, all-star caliber. So in order to be all-star caliber, yeah, I think he has to be a slightly below average defender, not one of the 10 worst in the NBA.
So when you say all-star caliber, define that, because like you have all NBA caliber, and that kind of means, I guess that means that you're in the caliber to be an all NBA player. But if you make an all NBA, even if there were injuries and stuff, aren't you still all NBA caliber?
Like we talking about him.
Yeah, it is weird. It's kind of like it's a feeling. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like
No, we don't talk about feelings.
Donovan Mitchell is an all NBA caliber player. Devin Booker, I think, is an all NBA caliber player.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves is an all-star caliber player. You get what I'm saying?
Those two things are not the same thing. Those two things are not the same.
But like, I couldn't.
If Austin Reeves can make an all-star team, what Keyonte George can.
What it sounds to me, Mars, like you're saying,
Keyonte defensively is actually like huge.
What it sounds like, Mars, is what it sounds to me like you're saying is Keyonte George. If we could get some defense, the gap between him and, I don't know, let's say Garland might close. Like he could get close to him as a lead guard. I don't hate that. I don't hate that gap between them. I don't.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think
that could be
it would be
in and
that
around
big.
his range. Yeah, it could be in and around his range. But yeah, if he could just be not detrimental in defense, I think he could be all-star caliber. That's it.
Ron, if we could get Keyonte George to be an average defender, is it ridiculous to think that we could have a conversation about him being one of the 10 best league guards in the game?
Absolutely.
I think he's gonna be there. I think with or without the defense, he's gonna be there just because he's such a good scorer. And the reason why I'm saying this,
Ron, I don't think you know how bad he is as a defender, Ron. I don't think you know.
I'm projecting the Utah
people have
Jazz
Trae Young
to be a pretty good team.
People have Trae Young.
You see what I'm saying?
That's because he's an elite distributor. He's an elite playmaker. Keyonte George ain't that.
Tyrese Halliburton is an all-star.
And Tyrese Halliburton is also maybe the best.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton is not the level of defender as those guys. He's way better than them. So
yeah, he a better defender. He's not that great of a defender, but he's a better defender.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just. I don't think you guys are like comprehending.
Tyrese was a good defender, though.
I know.
I think the different with Tyrese. Obviously, Tyrese is a good distributor too, but like Tyrese was a good defender though, and then he ended up going to Indiana where he had to do the majority, play a different brand of basketball where he got a different role. So now people don't give him that role of like a horrible defender. Not saying that he is. Keyonte is a bad defender. I think Mars a little bit more critical on him than a lot of other people would be critical on his defense, which is cool. That's just that's what comes with the territory. He is a bad defender, but as far as like Mars got him as just a goddamn like a walking
one of the 10
kind of like you are with
Sengun in the league.
Kind of like how you feel about Sengun.
I never said Şengün was a bad defender. You never heard me say he was a bad defender.
I'm talking about him as a player.
I don't think he's one of the worst players in the NBA.
You said he sucked, Jordan.
Yeah, him and a man. Don't forget I said that about a man too. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying for the most part, like it's very hard to get an all-star out of Utah in the first place. You know what I mean? Like,
no, it ain't. Lauri Markkanen just made the all-star team a couple of years ago, so no, it's not. Lauri Markkanen
when the game was in Utah,
but he still made the all-star team. Yeah,
but Lauri Markkanen is all-star caliber. To be fair,
yes, he was.
But I'm just saying,
I think Utah gonna start winning. That's why I think that.
I was gonna say that.
I think
that team's gonna be interesting next year because I don't know how a defense with Keyonte,
I'm starting the propaganda.
Ace Bailey, and Lauri Markkanen at the 3 works. But we'll see.
Chill, no way.
Now they're gonna trade. They're gonna trade somebody, Mark. They're gonna trade somebody. They're gonna trade somebody for a vet. They're gonna need in order for Utah to turn around. And I'm not talking about Kevin Love. I don't want to hear that shit. That motherfucker need to be out the NBA. He robbing people at this point.
We need vets, Jordan. What the hell?
No.
Taj Gibson just signed the contract. Stop the bullshit. Taj Gibson just got on somebody.
I'm about to go like swipe on this. They need playable vets. That's what they need. They need vets that you can play on the floor with them that can change the culture. They need them a swing man vet, like somebody that can kind of anchor a defense type of vet. They don't necessarily have to be an offensive killer, but they need like one of them vets, like like when Trevor Ariza was floating around. They need somebody like that over there. And when they get that, Utah gonna get to that top 6, 7, 8. I mean, top 6, 7 in the West, and then they're gonna have action. If Keyonte is leading that team in scoring, Laurie Market is not gonna get that dial up. It's gonna be Keyonte. I'm telling you.
Which I don't have a
But
problem with that.
That's why I don't think the defense is gonna bother Keyonte too much. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Keyonte gonna be a better distributor next year too. Like once they realize like, dude, he's a really good scorer and they gotta really guard him like as a number one scoring option.
Mars,
He's gonna be a better distributor.
Right here that I'm talking about, that you and Ron and Penn and all of y'all jump on me about when I think that a guy is gonna be a better shooter, or like when. Like, why?
Because there's tangible evidence that Keyonte can pass the ball. There's no evidence men can shoot. Like, we don't need to equate them to being the same thing.
That's just not true.
You project growth because a player will make 3 jump shots in a month, and you'll be like, if they could just figure it out. We're saying the guy averaging 7 assists might become a better passer. Like, that's you don't see the difference. That's a very big difference.
But I do see the difference in that. But if a guy 3 jump shots in a month is wild as hell. But
that's a man. That's a man.
He might have made like 20 the whole year.
Yeah, 3 jump shots in a month is wild as hell. But when I see somebody that has the traits to be a respectable jump shooter, and I say that, automatically I get jumped.
But when you say a man has those traits,
and I do think he does have those.
But there's no evidence
what are
he has
those
those
traits, Phil? What are
the only evidence is that he's actually making free throws this year. That's the only evidence.
That's number one.
Like what are those traits though?
Okay,
like,
so when I watch a guy shoot the basketball, I look at his form, I look at his base, I look at how balanced he is. I look at stuff like that to see what kind of jump shooter he is, and I look at the consistency of his form. When I see a man get to the mid post, when he has that 2 dribble pull up in the mid post, and I see his form, and I'm thinking, okay, we got something to work with there. We have something to work with there, which means that when I see him in the mid range, and I'm thinking, okay, if we got something to work with there, we can move this out a little bit more to 16, 17 feet if we worked with him, because the mechanics are there, as opposed to a guy who, like, I'm thinking about a guy like Ben Simmons was never going to be a good jump shooter. It just was never going to happen. He was never going to be a good jump shooter. The mechanics weren't there. The balance wasn't there. None of that. I just don't think he was ever going to be a good jump shooter.
Does the confidence to take a shot, like, does that matter to you? Like the guy who's taking it with confidence, even though he's missing?
Yes, it does matter.
Yeah,
it does matter to me. Yes,
Masai Ujiri, who's one of the best scouts, in my opinion, ever. He had the same thoughts that you're having right now about Pascal Siakam in New Mexico State. Like, he just felt like, okay, he's not hitting threes, but that midi pull up and his consistency and and like just how his follow through goes and his base, we can work with this. And I think this year they had the same thought with Colin Murray Boyles. You know, not a good jump shooter, but again, there's enough there that we can work with this. So yeah,
Ron,
I agree with you.
Ron, you seen her? You seen her? Her gear ain't super fresh. Her hair ain't all the way together, but like, man, if I cleaned her up a little bit, if she had some pants on that actually fit her, because you see the figure.
I don't want no pants on that fit.
You trying to squeeze all that her?
You see the figure, Ron. You see it. You see what she would look like instead of having on those 8 jeans. She actually is really a 5. But if we could get her in those 5 jeans, like, you see her hair. Like, if she had a shorter haircut, like, you see how nice her face is. Like, we got something to work with there. As opposed to that bitch is whack. She dirty. Yo, let's clean her up. And once you clean her up, you're like, damn, yo.
Chill, I have no intentions of cleaning up a dirty bitch and trying to be like, damn, yo. It's no way I'm cleaning a woman up that dirty.
That's what development is, though, Jordan.
Man, I'm not developing a dirty motherfucker. That's crazy. Chill. Ain't no way you look at a hobo and say, bro, I'm gonna clean her up. And be
Jordan,
like,
you ain't never did that?
Hell no. You
so I'm in the process of doing that right now. Hey, Jordan, look, some Dove body wash and some Listerine can go a long way. Man, however, y'all, we gonna get to the next player. The next player that I got for you guys is the guy that came out of nowhere. So preseason favorites, I'm gonna run this down for you guys one more time. Coming into the season, the favorites were Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, in this order from last to first. Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, Josh Giddey, Denny Avdia, Matas Buzelis, Amin Thompson. However, there's one guy that was not projected to be most improved. He was not projected to have the role that he had. He was not projected to get busy like this. His name is Ryan Rollins. He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. Last year, he only averaged 6 points, under 2 assists, under 2 rebounds, and only played 14 minutes. This year in 32 minutes, Ryan Rollins is averaging almost 17 points, 16.8. He's averaging 1.5 steals, 5.4 assists, 4.6 rebounds. And he's hooping 41% from three. Thoughts on Ryan Rollins?
I could have told you. I
You
mean,
did tell us, in fact.
Yeah,
You
I
actually-
mean,
you
I
actually-
could have.
you
I
actually did.
literally did.
You actually did tell us, in fact.
I have I have 4 million thoughts.
It's crazy. I actually.
Can you give us just a million of them,
I actually
Ben?
don't. I actually don't think he's improved.
Oh, that's
that
just
much.
how much money he makes. He makes $4 million a year. Chill.
I think he was capable of this. Not all of this. A lot of this last year. I think that's why I was optimistic about him this year. So I still think he deserves to be in the race, absolutely. Because being able to take on the level of it's different from Nikhil, because Nikhil was already consistently playing last year.
Yeah.
Going from being a bit part player last year to then being thrust into a starting point guard role in the NBA, that's a tough responsibility to take. Not only to take, but then to maintain scoring efficiency, still shoot the three at the clip he does, get your teammates involved, all of that stuff, not turn the ball over a bunch. Being able to do all of those things, that's obviously amazing, and that's improvement for him.
Sure.
But I also think he was capable of a lot of this last year, and he should have been playing more last year. So it's a double-edged sword for me. But I do think he should be in this race, absolutely, as I've been saying all year, because Ryan Rollins is like that.
I just thought that the confidence in him being able to shoot the basketball, I didn't see that in years past. I just thought he was a young guy that was trying to figure it out. Those first couple of games, he looked really confident in his jump shot. He looked really confident in his offense. Defensively, I didn't hate it. I mean, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it neither. But he just looked really comfortable out there playing with Giannis, even though he was still trying to figure it out. He had some direction. He knew where he wanted to go. If he was open, he didn't hesitate. He wasn't looking around. I vividly remember them playing against Houston, and Giannis was on the floor, and he would come off of that. He would come off of that pick with Giannis and get right to that right elbow, and he'd stick that jump shot. He'd stick it 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, I like what I'm seeing from this kid. I think the difference is when Giannis went down, I think the improvement of him, I think it got a little bit hampered. That's not to say that he didn't get busy, because I think he averaging almost 12 points more than he averaged last year, something like that, Ron. Like 10 more points more than he did last year, which is a big deal. So I feel like if Giannis hadn't gotten hurt, I think that he would have improved even more than what we saw this season.
His biggest growth to me is just getting downhill. Sorry, go ahead.
No, there's a few ways that people can improve, right? Obviously, there's role opportunity, right? That's one of the big ones, right? Yep. Opportunity going from 14 minutes to a starting role. That's a growth and opportunity, but also role, primacy within the offense. You get the ball more, you get to do more. Ryan Rollins does more of everything, right? He's scoring more, he's passing more, he's turning the ball over more, he's scoring a little less efficiently, but still relatively efficiently. What I like is that his defense is held up, unlike Keyonte George. I do like his defense. And I think role difficulty has to matter too. I don't think you can equate 1-to-1 his role last year and just map it onto his role this year. He's being scouted more. He's higher on scouting reports. So the fact that he can even come close to matching his efficiency from last year while almost tripling his production, I think that's a huge thing. So yeah.
Ben, do you think that Ben, how do you feel about Utah, Will Hardy, adding a defensive coordinator to his roster and maybe helping improve? Because I feel like with Doc,
watching that team, I think they need a defensive priest more than a defensive coordinator.
Is it the effort on defense, or is it just they just suck?
The culture. It's the culture on defense. All the really good defensive teams have an internal structural integrity with their defense. They have an anchor, which I'm not really sure the Utah Jazz do when Walker Kessler is out. So I don't even know how to judge that team without him. But
damn sure ain't Jaren Jackson. It's not.
Yeah, Jaren's a good defender. He's not a good rebounder, but he is a good defender. You fight that? You don't think he's a good defender?
I don't think he's their anchor.
Jaren's PR is right. That's it.
They got Jaren and Walker Kessler. They got. Don't forget Walker's coming back. I think Utah's defense will be fine next year, even with Keyonte being a sorry defender. Chill. I was getting up, had to run outside real quick, but don't let that train leave without me.
Oh, you want it?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
What train? Oh, the Utah train?
Is Utah going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, remember, I thought Utah wasn't going to be very good this year, but I also thought they were going to be better than what the credit we was giving them up here on the panel and what the the other media platforms were giving them. I like what Utah's been doing as far as the the talent they've amassed. I mean, y'all know I'm high on Filipowski, definitely high on Walker Kessler, definitely high on Lauri Markkanen. I think Ace is good. I think Ace is going to be a good player.
What we doing with Jackson? That's my issue.
That might be too many though. What are we doing
those champagne problems though? You know what I mean?
They are.
And with that being said,
Ron, you know what I'm talking about.
Jaren Jackson not being able to rebound is terrible. But I mean, they got some big bodies over there. When you playing 3-6, 6'10" and up, somebody's gonna get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna rebound. Somebody has to rebound. I like what they're doing over there. I'm on that train. Don't let them leave without me.
Ox, they got Filipowski, Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is done.
That's too many.
They still got Nurkic.
Nurkic too. That's too many.
See,
That's too
Caleb. I mean, Caleb and Nurkic.
Like that.
Caleb and Nurkic going to have to move around, but this is the thing though. You know how it is. It's the league. Everybody don't got to play. You know what I'm saying? You getting your check, bro.
Yeah, but
chill,
but we ain't never seen that on a team before. Like since like the old Celtics, like back.
Yeah, but we're not gonna see Kevin Love next season. You know what I'm saying?
Nurkic and Kevin Love are expiring, so
Nurkic,
they won't be there next year.
Nurkic is out of there.
You know these guys are different. These guys are different levels of players. Like, I mean, just because you got bigs, don't mean that they just gonna all just be bigs. Like, they don't just do big things. Like, they do other things too.
I wasn't even talking about that, but I feel you though.
But with Mars, I know really quickly, Drake, Mars, you're a draft guy. Am I ridiculous?
It's all good though. It ain't no big deal. Chill,
Mars. You're a draft guy, Mars. Am I ridiculous if I'm Utah? If I don't get the number 1 pick, I need to be in that top 2 because Darren Peterson is my guy, and I need to figure out how to get to that top 2 because that's my guy. And the reason why I'm saying that, Mars, I know how, because again, you're a draft guy, Penn, you're also a draft guy. I know how you feel about picking the best available player. In addition to him being the best available player, I think he fits with what we're trying to do moving forward. I think he's perfect for what we're trying to do moving forward.
Sure, I'm not drafting Darren Peterson. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not.
I think Darren and AJ fit. To be fair,
yeah, AJ's really their guy. AJ obviously BYU.
Yep.
He's.
But I'm pretty sure.
Made a name in Utah.
Pretty sure. Carlos Boozer works with the Jazz. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but this can't be one of those situations.
I'm not saying nepotism. But I'm also saying Cam Boozer is a very valid top 3 pick. So
there's no nepotism.
I think for fit, he's also the worst, though, to be fair. But that doesn't mean he's a bad fit. I just think he's the worst fit because they just went big with Lowry, Jaren, and Walker Kessler. Cam's pretty much a pure 4. I don't know where he really fits into that. But AJ, Darren could play the 2. Like, I could see Darren and Keyonte working. AJ, I think, on this team could play the 2. Just with his scoring Arsenal and you have more positional size.
2 might be a stretch, Mars.
Is Laurie playing?
It would be him and Ace Bailey out there.
Is Laurie playing?
Yeah, I don't think it's a stretch. Like, they're gonna run Ace at the 2 next year. Yeah. Like, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna run Ace at the 2 next year. So
Bailey gonna beat him out. Peterson gonna beat him out in camp.
I think Darren Peterson is better than Ace Bailey today. But like so's AJ. Both of them are better. But yeah, I think it can work with both of them. I think just if they're going with this big lineup, I mean AJ.
I don't see AJ as a 2 at all, though. I don't see him as a 2 at all.
I don't see Ace Bailey as a 2, but that's what he's gonna play.
Yeah.
I had a chat with AJ's trainer. I want to say like 5-6 months ago. Shout outs to Kraft and Kraft Athletics, and he was talking a lot about how he wanted to make AJ like more of a playmaker. So get away a little bit from the Tracy McGrady stuff and get more into like the LeBron stuff. So imagine,
what the hell? Boy, he's some hella comps right here, boy.
No, he
said LeBron.
No, that's not what he's saying. He said just be more of a playmaker.
No, lean more into it.
Lean more into playmaking. That doesn't mean
more
he's
into
James.
that player direction. He's not saying he is LeBron. And I'm just saying, like, if we have Shea playing the point in the NBA.
Yep.
Right, we have guys like that playing the point. What's to say one day AJ can't run a little bit of point? Now imagine that. I'm just saying, just imagine the following lineup. Because chill, this is some spooky shit from like some future generated crazy stuff. You ain't never gonna see a lineup like this before. AJ at the 1, Ace Bailey at the 2, Jaren at the 3, Laurie at the 4, Walker at the 5. Biggest team in NBA history.
We 6'9", we 6'9", 6.
Shit,
6'9",
chill. You might be
6'10",
6'10.
6'11", 7 foot. On the
with those skill sets, if you have those players on the roster, I can guarantee you will see that roster, that lineup on the floor multiple times. Like that's
and they can all
because I
shoot.
mean just with the skill set out there, the ball handling, you got guys that can move. A coach would be crazy to not put that lineup on the floor every once in a while to see what it looks like. You would have to.
Yeah,
but my thing with that is like even if like his trainer wants him to lean into that, he can help him work on that skill set. But it has to be in AJ to see it and move it when it's time. And also it's up to if let's say he goes to Utah. Does Will Hardy want him to pass the ball? You know what I'm saying? Like AJ, we want you coming off of picks with Lauri Markkanen, going to the cup. You know what I mean? Or finding Lauri on the pop. You know what I mean? Whatever it could be. If I'm Utah, if you get the number 1 pick, I think you have to take AJ.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I think you have to take AJ, regardless of where you're going to play him, regardless of if that means, okay, Ace, get ready to be 6th man of the year. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, like, and I'm not saying he's going to be that next season. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like, you're not starting Ace. I'm sorry, but it's whatever. You know what I mean? That's how the cookie crumbles. But to your point, though, you chill. Once again, I'm just going to finish with this. Don't let that train leave without me. I'm just running late. I'm just running late.
I'm telling the conductor, hold on for 1 minute. He coming. Hold on. Mm-hmm. We not leaving just yet. All right. I could get with that.
I like Utah. I don't know about next year, but because I'm the one that kind of kicked the whole thing off when I said Keyonte George can be an all-star. And I was saying that to say when they start winning more. I don't think that they're going to start winning next year, but in the next 3 to 4 years, I think they're really going to take that jump.
Damn,
Jaren's still young enough. Lauri's still young enough.
Now? I mean, Lauri's 28, Ron. You think he's going to be there in 3 years?
Yeah, well, I don't think this trade necessarily goes how Lauri goes. I think it goes how this next first-round pick goes. Ace Bailey, Isaiah Collier, Keyonte George.
The Walker Kessler free agency complicates this a lot because allegedly he wants an insane amount of money, and they have just parked an insane amount of money into their front court. I don't know if they can afford him.
But they need Walker Kessler.
Oh, no, I agree with you. But I don't know if they can afford him.
But look, Lauri and Jaren, I know they just traded for Jaren. Both of those two are kind of expendable as well. Like you have a good problem. And I'm saying that to say, like, you might have to come off somebody. What if Ace Bailey takes takes a big leap next year? And it's like, all right, we got it. Like, yeah, he could come off the bench, but this dude need to be on the floor. One of these guys might have to go.
Are we in agreement that Lauri and Jaren are better players than Keyonte George right now? Are we at least there right now? No.
That's not even a conversation. Lauri Markkanen is hands down the best player.
Lauri Markkanen is the Jazz best player.
So is Jaren still a better player than Keyonte?
Yes, I'll take Jaren over Keyonte too. But
I take Jaren, but Keyonte is a better offensive player than Jaren.
Well, Lauri doesn't belong in this conversation. He's by far their best player.
I agree with you.
Shout out my man Trey Ball. We just had a conversation yesterday. A good conversation. He's in the chat probably. Trey Ball told me yesterday that he thinks Keyonte is their best player.
Well, shout out to him.
So it is
what's up, Trey Ball.
But whichever way you slice this, if Jaren Jackson's your third best player or Keyonte is your third best player, that is an insanely good team. If you think about it from a big three construction perspective, I can't think of another team with a better player as a third option than Keyonte George. I mean, maybe the Lakers.
LeBron not better than Keyonte.
Lakers, like that was it. Like, yeah. Evan Mobley. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Or James Harden, whichever way you want to slice.
I think Evan Mobley's better than Keyonte.
Peyton Pritchard.
No.
That would be Derek White.
But I do like Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah, Alperen Sengun.
You're right. It is Derek White. You're right.
Yeah, all NBA.
Wait, Alperen Sengun is their third best player?
Absolutely.
Who the hell is their second best player?
Reed Shepherd.
Kevin?
Then Amen. Kevin. Amen. Alperen Sengun.
Nice.
Okay. Cool.
Well, we're doing a lot of projecting, fellas. But we're projecting to next year. We're projecting to the next year. We're projecting.
Yeah, my bad. Yo, I haven't watched basketball in 4 days. My bad, yo. My brain is fried.
Thought you was a ball lover, Pin.
What were you saying about projection, Ron? You were on to something. You was on to something about projection, Ron.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of projecting for next year. Who's going to be good? Who's going to be better? We're doing a lot of projecting for the year after that. Which teams are going to win? What teams are going to look like? But why don't we project tonight? Who's really going to get busy? Because we have $50 free from Splash Sports because we used code CHOICE, and all we have to do is play $5. And you know we're going to do that. We're going to play $5, get $50, and really come up on Splash Sports, because Splash Sports, they have this little game called Quick Picks, where you pick more or less. You know, it's a DFS game, and it's the best out there for multiple reasons. One, because they have the highest multipliers in DFS. You can win up to 50 times what you put in on 6-leg entries. And also, once again, kind of how I just told you, you get $50 free when you play on Splash Sports. Oh, and last but not least, you're playing against real competition. You're not playing against the house. You're not playing against some algorithm, or you're not playing against the sports book. It's you versus other sports fans, real skill in a completely leveled playing field, which means you get bigger payouts and you have more ways to win by just having your picks be better than their picks. It's so easy. We are going to show you guys how to do it right here and now. Let's get into it. What are our boosts? We got a LaMelo boost, 25%, and the Spurs 76ers.
Who are the Hornets playing?
Who the Hornets got tonight?
They're playing Dallas. Oh no. Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah, they're playing. You know, Ox, we typically go with nah. Let's rock with the Hornets in Dallas. Let's do that.
Okay.
I got Musa Diabate.
Let's see. Well, we gotta take LaMelo too, right? So let's see what LaMelo got.
Yeah, we gotta pick LaMelo.
4.5 rebounds. Or just points, 20.5.
Pen, you
You
got an idea on what to do with LaMelo?
Hold on, Ron. Let me see what I'm gonna get
Who we
today.
up against?
They're playing Dallas.
I got one today.
Dallas,
Ron.
Uh-oh. When I hear Drent saying shit like that, we might be on.
I'm feeling the more on assists, if that
More on
is
assists?
possible.
No, we can do assists and rebounds. We can do points and assists, or we can do PRA.
Do point
Assist and rebounds,
assists
11 and a
rebounds.
half looks kind of easy, yeah.
Yeah, I would take that because I would see LaMelo trying to be more of a facilitator against this team.
Okay. Drent, you had one for this Dallas Charlotte, you said?
No, not the Charlotte. We only picking the Charlotte game.
Yeah. We only doing the Dallas Charlotte game.
Mars, what you want with this deal?
Let me see. Huh?
You know what? Just
hold on,
take
let me
the
check
more,
my
whichever
sources.
one you want, Ox. You're gonna hit regardless. Just whichever one you want.
Let me check
Okay,
my
no
sources.
No
real
PRA.
quick. All right, you already picked Con Knipple?
Let's see if Big Moose about it.
You already picked Con Knipple, Ox?
No.
Okay, go to Con Knipple.
19.5 points.
2 points and
20.5
rebounds over 24.5.
Okay, 25.5.
Oh, I don't want that one. Hell no. I don't want that one. Just do
One more.
No. No, that one more matter now.
What about the 4 3-pointers? Can you do that?
No. Do the Brandon Miller. Over for the threes. I think his is 3.5.
But close enough.
Where are you, Brandon? There we
His is
go.
over 3.5. I want to say.
There's a.
Huh?
What the hell? Oh, what the hell?
They probably just
They said
updated
no
it.
B Miller. Okay.
Because they know that's cash right there. They know that's cash.
What's Con Knipple on tonight?
Get it.
Real quick, let me hit
19.5
these
points.
3-pointers made. It's the damn. Okay.
Yeah, more. We own that.
3.5.
Them boys be
We own
shooting
that.
Charlotte.
Someone
we
needs
got
to
anything,
pick
we got anything for
Maverick,
Dallas?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, someone go pick a Maverick.
Oh,
right?
yeah. No Coop?
Nah,
What's wrong with Coop?
he ducking that Con Knipple fade. That's what's wrong.
that means.
Can you type in Dallas so we can see all their players?
Yeah, that means B Williams finna go crazy.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that Brandon Williams.
Marvin Bagley not playing?
That's their best player right now.
Marvin Bagley been
No, he
bald.
missed that last one.
Leonard sold me last night, but that's fine. He been hitting in the past. But yeah, he sold me last night.
What's the point of bringing that up, Chill? See what I'm saying? They won the game.
Yeah, that's fine because I usually hit on him anyway. But can I take a look at that that Con Knippelon Ox, if you don't mind, sir?
Okay, yeah. Let me just grab. We have to grab somebody from Dallas real quick because we already got three. We already got 3 Charlotte players, and we just got to get one from Dallas just to make sure that the card will go through. But what is that? Yeah, I mean, we could take one from Dallas and still go back to Con though.
What is that? What does that Gafford rebound line look like?
Gafford, where you at?
He's at the ball.
There we go. 8.5 points. 7.5 assists and rebounds. I don't see just rebounds.
7.5 assists and rebounds.
They don't have one just for rebounds for him. Yeah.
7.5 assists and rebounds. Just get him to get 8 rebounds.
Yeah, I'll take them all on that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like that. I'll just take
them big gaff.
Mm-hmm.
And Chill, you want some Con Knippel action?
I wanted to see what
Con Knippel action is just unnecessary, Ron.
Why?
Cause just what he just said. You want some Con Knippel action?
Con Knippel action, Jordan. Expand your mind, young fella. That's all we're doing.
That's how I got Ron Jones.
We just talking about basketball here. Like
you don't got to be the Frenchman every time.
No,
every time you don't got to think French.
You don't understand, Ron. Ron did that on purpose. I'm telling you, Ron did. Out of all the things he gonna say, he gonna say, chill. You want some Con Knippel action?
Yes, we're talking about betting right now. Drench, where you at right now, brother? Get with us. No. Get on our page.
It's Ron. Ron did that on purpose.
I'm getting on Ron's page.
19.5 points. I think he hitting that.
Points. I do think he's hitting that. Yeah, I do think he's hitting the 19.5.
So we are definitely taking the Con Knippel action.
Mm-hmm.
See,
we taking some action. We getting some action on Con Knippel. Yes, we are.
Let's get that. That's good action right there. That's real good action. All right, y'all
thinking it's me? That's Ron. I'm telling you. Ron jokes are so decisive and he consistent that when you call it out, he's just gonna be like, "What? Telling you."
And you know what too? Somebody.
Me and the chat are lost right now.
All right, bet for sure.
And Ron, somebody actually told me that you weren't lying about that Penny Hardaway story yesterday. I want to apologize.
What Penny Hardaway story I missed?
How he got his name? How he got his name?
Right, quick before I retell the story and get a sincere apology from Ox. As you guys can see, LaMelo Ball has a 25% boost that has been applied to this. So you can see we would have turned $5 into $125, but thanks to that 5% boost, well, it's 5 to 125. I don't know what it would have been without the boost. However, $5 turns into 125. This is the best multipliers in DFS on Splash Sports, so you can see it right here in action. We have LaMelo Ball going more than 11.5 assists and rebounds. Musa Diabate, PRA 22.5. We're going
Diabate?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Diabate and Diabate is 2 different things.
That's how they pronounce his name in this country, Jordan. You being a Frenchman, you should know that. However, Brandon Miller, 3.5 threes. We're going more on that. Daniel Gafford, 7.5 assists and rebounds. We going more on that. And we definitely took that action from Mr. Knippel. 19.5 points. We're going more on that. And that's how we rocking today. You guys let me know if you like these picks. But ultimately, if you go with these picks, or you decide not to go with these picks, make sure that you get your free $50 deposit on Splash Sports when you use code CHOICE and you play just $5. It's like abracadabra. You turn $5 into $50, and then you make sure that you get in on that action. All right, y'all. We'll see you in the winner's circle. It has been fun. It has been real. But back to our MIPs.
Where we at, Ron? I think we had 5 or was it 4?
Got like 3, right?
Yeah, so we're at 3. The 3 guys that we talked about Keyonte. We talked about Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who's 5th right now in
odds.
That's
what I was thinking about 5.
We talked about Ryan Rollins, who's 4th right now in odds. But now we got to get to my man, who's 3rd right now in odds. Oh, man. This was my most improved player. I think games played might have docked him recently, being injured. But Denny Avdia is next up. He has the 3rd best odds to win MIP. Last year, he averaged damn near 16.9 points, 7 rebounds, 3.4 assists in 30 minutes. Minutes are pretty much the same. He's playing 33 minutes. However, His shots went up by 5. So he shot 11 shots last year. He's shooting 16 this year. He's averaging 24 points, so up from 17 to 24. Assists have went up from 3.4 to 6.6. Rebounds is the same at 7 rebounds. And the boy just nice. All-star this year. Wasn't an all-star last year. Fellas, what's our thoughts on Deni Avdija?
Y'all told me he was nice last year, and I watched a lot of Trailblazers games, and I was impressed with him. I did not expect this. I did not know that he was that nice getting downhill with both the strong and the weak hand. I did not give him the floor general praise that he deserved because he actually was a really good floor general this year. His ability to decipher defenses and make the correct reads and get guys the basketball and to get to the rim. The thing that I didn't recognize about him, and probably more this season than last, I didn't realize he was 6'8". I didn't know he was that big. I thought this was like a 6'5", maybe a 6'6" dude. I did not know that he was that tall. And it became more evident this year, just his ability to get down the lane and just punch on guys. And some guys
And he's tough too, Chill. He tough too.
As nails. He with all the smoke and all the drama. So I think he improved as a jump shooter too, Ron. Because like I said, I did watch some Trailblazer games last year, and I wasn't overly impressed with his ability to shoot off the dribble. I think this year he improved as a jump shooter. His ability to score one-on-one has improved. I mean, I like what I'm saying. I did not expect this kind of leap, so I'm impressed with him, no doubt.
Yeah, the thing about Deni Avdija too is like, I think he got to a point like when he was in Washington to him, being in Portland, he two different players, and I think it became evident that he got better over the summers. Like he made that leap once he left Washington, and in the Portland, you can tell so many things just improved about his game. One of it was just him attacking through like contact in space. Like if there's a little gap, he's so confident now at getting through that gap because he's strong. He can, which I'm with Mars though. Some of that shit should be offensive foul, but if they allowing it and he's so strong by bumping you and then getting to a layup, I like it. And but the most important part about it, not just his ball handling. I mean, not just his shooting improved. His ball handling just got way better, like just way better. Like he can handle the appeal with the toughest defenders guarding him now, and so. Bro, shout out Deni Avdija though. He's strong as hell too. Like he just tough as nails. Like
he's one of them few dudes, Ron, in the league that takes advantage of his size and uses his size as an advantage to not just smaller guys, even guys that are big like him but slower and aren't as strong. He definitely takes advantage of guys like that. Mars, you was talking to me about him years ago when he was in Washington because there was a conversation between both him and Kispert. And I remember you telling me that you thought that he was better than Kispert. And
that was a no-brainer, Chill.
Yeah, I remember
I was telling you he was the best player on the Wizards.
Easy
he was telling me. I do remember that. You was telling me that he was better than Kispert because I know that
Kispert not gonna be in that league long. Watch what I
Hey, respect him. He had like 30 the other day. I think.
Yeah.
No, mind you, I never.
Yeah,
he did 30, 33. He had
against
33.
his old team. Yeah.
Hey, Jordan, that burner still work?
Well, my thing is, I never thought Deni was gonna be this good because I just didn't know he was that strong, and I definitely didn't know he was this fast. Like Deni is fast as shit. I didn't know that, but so I never thought he was gonna be here, but I never thought that the Corey Kispert conversation was real. Like,
I never even heard that conversation, so I must not been on the panel when you said that. I would have probably lost it, Jill. That's crazy. I would have lost my mind if I heard you say that shit.
I didn't say it, but that's what I'm saying. Like I heard the Deni Avdija.
Ron, we talking about Corey Kispert, Ron?
Yeah.
Shout out my man Corey Kispert. Hey man,
that's crazy. That's the high school musical hooper right there, boy. Corey Kispert, boy.
Zach Efron.
Yeah, he's Zach Efron, boy. Ain't no way in hell.
Shout out Zach Efron.
Hey, easy on Corey. He from the city, Hey, we got some tucked away that y'all don't even. And it's Seattle's very cultured. It's a lot of white people up here, so we got a couple of those. I'm just saying we got a few sprinkled around the league. Corey Kispert's one of them. Y'all ain't never heard him bring him up
from Seattle.
Yeah, man, come on, man. We got a couple.
I did not know that.
We know about Corey, Ron. We just don't. He a hooper, but he ain't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He dope though. Like shout out to
I mean,
him. Shout
I'll
out to
take
him.
that back though, Ox. I don't think he's gonna be out the league because
Yeah,
Pat
you
Connaughton
damn right
still
you take it
moving
back.
around and shit. Yeah,
Pat Connaughton ain't in the league no more.
Yeah, he ain't
Yeah,
in
he is.
He's in Charlotte.
He is.
Charlotte.
He is.
Charlotte.
Exactly. Pat Connaughton's still moving around. And that
Hey,
motherfucker
shout
ain't
out my
got it.
man Pat, man. Hey, y'all know
Yeah,
Pat.
Pat ain't
Y'all
got
know,
it. Pat
y'all
ain't
know
got it
Pat
at
getting
all.
to it off the court though. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
His pop.
That's
his
why
pops,
he in the
his pops, his pops put him in
He the
that
league
real
mentor
estate
kids
game.
off the court.
You know what I'm saying?
You
His
talking about
pops
Pat?
put him.
Pat Connaughton?
Yeah, Pat Connaughton. His pops put him in that real estate game. He going
I'll tell you the
crazy.
truth. When I be like talking shit about NBA players on my videos, Pat Connaughton be liking them. He don't give a damn, boy. You know, some folks just pass him up. Pat Connaughton be liking him. I be talking shit. He double tap.
He still got big motion out here in Portland too. I remember one lady was talking to me the other day. She a little older lady, right? And was saying that they used to live like down the street from him, and he used to be like me and my girlfriends would just go take walks, just trying to catch a glimpse of him.
Damn, Pat.
That got motion.
They like we was trying to get a hold. We was trying to get a hold of Pat.
Boy, God damn.
Yeah, I bet you they caught up with him. I know they caught up
Pat
with
out
him.
here in Portland.
They cornered him.
Boy, Pat probably what's that dude named? Juice Bigelow?
Deuce
Boy,
Bigelow.
Yeah, Deuce Bigelow, boy. That boy Pat Connaughton cold, boy.
Ron, would you bug out if Denny Avia won Most Improved? Like, would it blow your mind if he did it?
Chill,
I
that's
chill.
crazy.
I've had Denny all year. I've had Denny all year.
Yeah.
Up until this point, I think at this point I'm changing up now in March because I do think that this other guy that is the favorite, I think he's surpassed him. But I've had Denny all year.
Is it because Denny's been out of the lineup? He's been hurt, so we really haven't seen him much?
Yeah, I think that's what's really docking him.
Yeah. That's kind of throwing a monkey wrench in what was going on because up until the All-Star break, he was rolling. He was getting busy.
And so, like, chill. Denny sparks a good conversation when it comes to this Most Improved.
Yeah.
Because like some players, like you could say like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, his role changed. So his role, he had the opportunity to showcase his improvement. Yep. You could say Ryan Rollins, he just flat out got better. You could say Keyonte George improved on the areas that allowed him to become successful.
He got better
efficiency,
too. Yep.
shot making, all of that stuff, and just a year's worth of growth.
Yep.
Denny, if you watched him last year, you would probably say that he didn't improve as much as these guys. He just refined some things. However, he took a leap from 17 points to 24 points, and he took an all-star leap. That goes into your case for Most Improved Player.
Are we confusing a guy who actually improved because his skill set improved, or a guy who got a better opportunity to show what I've always been able to do? Are we confusing?
I think you should just go off for impact. I think Denny's impact just improved. Like as far as like
really what
he's doing with the Portland Trailblazers, like the impact. Like you can't just kind of simplify for Denny for what he's doing, but like his impact around the game. Did he lead the league in free throws, or he's like top 5 in free throw attempts, shit like
Something
that?
like
He
that.
averaging 9.
Yeah, like the impact, him being able to get to the line, like that's improving. Like just overall, what he brings to the game has just seriously improved, Jill. So I don't think it's no excuse for Denny for like why he can't win it.
Chill. That question you asked though. Sometimes I think it's hard to point that out. You know what I mean? Like, but you just gotta see it on somebody. You know what I mean? Like when somebody is just out there and they might be 6 man, or they might even be in the lineup, but definitely not the first or second option. Yep. You could just look at the way they play basketball. Look at their confidence in the way they shoot the ball. Look how comfortable they are with the basketball. You could tell, like, you know what? If bro was number 1 option on his team, they might not be a championship level contender, but he's a baller. Like you can know he might average 11 points, but he could average 20. You know what I mean? If it was like that. So for me, I'm not really sure how to point that out other than just seeing somebody. You know how when you be somewhere and you can look at somebody, male or female, you can look at the way they walking, like, oh, that's a baller right there. Like they got it. They got it. It's in them. It ain't on them at all. You know what I mean? Like it's just for me, because I don't know any other way than to recognize that than just getting that feeling.
What I look at is I look at what you do throughout the course of the season and what you could do. Like he could be better as a distributor. He could be better as a floor general. He could be better as a bucket getter, finishing around the rim. And then I see a guy, for example, like Tyrese Maxey. I know that Mars doesn't love the one-on-one stuff. He does not love that. But what I dig about Tyrese Maxey, because it's obvious when I watch him, okay, he's been working on his downhill game. He's not just a super athlete. He knows when to go to the basket. He knows how to come off that dribble handoff. He knows how to come off that pick and roll, dive into the basket with the weak hand. He's obviously been in the gym working on that. So that's gotten better. That's the stuff that I'm looking for when I'm talking about a dude getting better and then talking about a guy being more improved. So a guy like Josh Giddey, when I see Josh Giddey in Chicago, for another example, when I see Josh Giddey in Chicago, I'm looking at a guy who I can already do this. I just need an opportunity to show y'all that I can be 19, 9, and 8. I could be 21, 8, and 7. I just wasn't able to do it when I was in Oklahoma City. I'm that nice. I just didn't get the opportunity to do it.
He did get the opportunity to do it in Oklahoma City. Shit, he just stunk it up. He got better.
I did not. No, I did not, Jordan. The ball.
You don't think Josh Giddey has opportunity?
Oh, the fact that SGA took the leap that he did. Now we take the ball out of Josh Giddey's hands. Josh Giddey needs the ball in his hands. So now I can't be who I really want to be, who I can be, because this dude, not because he's there, he's gotten way better. And that's stunting my growth.
That sounds like a Josh Giddey problem because the team.
It is. That's why I can't be here no more. That's absolutely a Josh Giddey problem.
No, I'm saying he got the opportunity as far as when his ass was left wide open a lot of the times, he should have took advantage of that shit. And maybe he would have got more opportunity. Like he got a little opportunity for the Thunder to be what they were. It's just shit. He wasn't making shots. That's just the main reason. He wasn't making shit.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't.
So that's an opportunity.
But then he gets to Chicago and he actually is making some shots, especially that last 25 games of the season. We saw a glimpse of what it could look like.
Talking about last year?
Yes, last year.
Yeah, every player gonna hit a wave. Every player should hit a wave.
But then, I mean, he was in and out of the lineup this year. But then I saw it this year, the stuff that I could have seen more of in Oklahoma City. I just wasn't able to because I don't think that he got the opportunity to be who he really was. And when I'm thinking about a guy improving, and I'm thinking about a guy already being that and having an opportunity to improve, I think I look more at that than I do at that a guy already being that nice.
I feel like Josh Giddey, and I'm not gonna say to the T, but I feel like Josh Giddey could have been able to play Isaiah Hartenstein role a little bit better than what Isaiah Hartenstein doing too. Not saying that you can put him at the 4. I mean you can put him at the 4, but I'm saying like
6'8", 6'9", something like that. He a big guard.
Yeah, he's 6'8". So I think Josh Giddey could have, like, Isaiah Hartenstein initiated a lot of shit for the Thunder. That could have been a faction of something that Josh Giddey could have been doing for the Thunder. But I also think he just, I don't know, man. Maybe he didn't adjust to the way the Thunder were playing, and that's why, it didn't work as far as what they needed him to do. But I wouldn't say he didn't get the chance. I just think that sometimes you have a down year in basketball, and sometimes you need another year to kind of regroup.
The reason the divide with you and I is the chance is because they were still in the development of Josh Giddey. They were in the development of J-Dub. Yeah. I don't think that anybody anticipated SGA getting this good this fast. And I think that kind of threw a monkey wrench in the development. It's what you and I have spoken about when it came to KD. Like when KD got to the Rockets, Amen got to now be more of a jump shooter. Not to say that he ain't getting opportunities. He is getting opportunities to shoot the jump shot. He just ain't that good at it, right? Sengun is getting opportunities to be more of a hub. But with him being that, well, now that's getting sped up. He isn't that good at it. I feel like with Josh Giddey, we didn't anticipate this dude being this good this early.
To be fair, I think the Thunder did anticipate Shea getting good that fast.
This
I think
good,
they
though?
did.
That good?
Yeah, I think they did. I think they saw. I think after the first year with Chris Paul, and I think they saw like, oh, we got something with Shea. And then I think when Chris Paul left and he took the leap that he was supposed to, when a vet kind of passed you off, I think the Thunder knew like.
But that's a big ass leap though, Jordan. I mean, to go from being, that's what I'm saying. But to go from being a good player, a good young player, to now being in the MVP conversation, being the top, arguably a top 5 player within like 2 years of that. Like we're there.
I
like,
think
that's a huge leap for a guy.
Hold on. I will say they didn't think Shea might, like, you know, people put him in these generational talks, but I think even if you look at Shea when he was with the Clippers in the playoffs, I think a lot of people saw something, and then like a GM like Sam Presti, a GM as savvy as Sam Presti, I'm sure he looked at Shea and was like, bro, his body not even filled out yet. Shea was still flimsy when he was with the Clippers,
yes, he was.
but he was still hard to deal with. And he was getting whatever he want. Doc was, I would say Doc was holding him back more than anything with the Clippers.
I don't think Doc wanted to get rid of him, to be honest with you, Jordan. And you were there. Your man was on the crew.
Doc did. Doc would barely play him sometimes, which I thought was kind of crazy. But when, like I said, when Chris Paul left and Shea continued to grow, that was a clear sign, like, nah, this dude got something. Like, it was a clear sign that they got something. And I quite frankly thought that, I mean, they probably thought that Josh Giddey was going to work with them. I think sometimes in basketball, you will see a player take a leap alongside of you when they got expectations for both of y'all. And I think sometimes when you see somebody take that leap, it can be intimidating. And you could not realize the moment in your game that you need to go to, like, to compliment Shea. And I think, like I said, sometimes in basketball, you need a year to regroup about what you're doing in the game.
And I think that's where Josh Giddey was. To your point, I think that's where Josh Giddey was when SGA took that leap. I think Josh Giddey wasn't there yet, and like, oh shit, like this dude has gotten super nice. I ain't there yet, and it kind of, I do think that it kind of not threw a monkey wrench in it, but it definitely stunted how good he could be. So when he now gets to Chicago, now I could show that I am really that good. I just wasn't prepared for that.
That's what I think. That's what I think it was with Josh Giddey. And it's basketball. Chill, you know that. You played before. Basketball is funny sometimes, man. Like they always say, basketball can let you down sometimes. It can, but you gotta have a year to regroup and just get your shit together. Like, and some shit just, you know how it is. One summer can change your life in basketball. One summer.
Definitely.
I can get with that. I could definitely get with that.
Speaking of one summer and 1 year changing somebody's life in basketball, the next person we're going to talk about is Jalen Johnson. He's currently number 2. And for Jalen Johnson, it was really the summer from 2023 going into the 24 season. Jalen Johnson was 21. He only averaged 5.6 points, only played 15 minutes. And, you know, he was very highly touted coming out of Duke. He was even more highly touted coming out of high school. And it took him a couple years. In that third year, he took a leap, averaged 16 points. Last year, he averaged 19 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. This year, he's taking his game even further. He's an all-star now. He averages 22 points, almost 23, so 22.7, 7.9 assists, 10.6 rebounds. Let's talk about Jalen Johnson's improvement. Obviously, from what he was doing and what he showcased, that got Trae Young up out of Atlanta. And they moved on with him as the face of their franchise.
Now, what I don't want to do, Ron, is I don't want to slight him in terms of his improvement because he did improve. But did we not see this coming? Because, like, to Mars's point, Mars always points out when a guy gets better, it's almost coming out of nowhere. And what I mean when I say nowhere is this is unexpected. Well, I mean, Jalen Johnson was almost a 20-10 guy last year. So is it ridiculous to think, to your point, is it ridiculous to think that I can go from 19-10 to 24-11 the next year? I mean, I don't think that that's ridiculous to think that. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that Atlanta decided that Trae Young wasn't it anymore, and they were going to move on from him and start moving forward with Jalen Johnson. But when I think about guys improving, I think about guys, when you see what they've done the year before, and then the next year, it's a completely different trajectory. I think that's a bigger sign of an improvement. I felt like we were up here having talks about Jalen Johnson making the All-Star team last year had he not gotten hurt. That was going on. We were having legit conversations about him doing that. Now, this year, I don't think it's surprising that he made the All-Star team.
Not at all.
I think he's a typical MIP candidate, I think. And I think he probably would have won it. Who won it last year?
I want to say Maxey. No, was it Maxey? Or Maxey won it the year before?
Dyson
I think
Daniels.
I think Tyson Maxey.
Dyson Daniels.
Yeah,
Dyson Daniels.
Oh
Maxey
yeah,
wanted
because
to
they
be
was
a
on the
star.
same
Yeah.
It was
team.
Dyson Daniels.
Yeah,
that's correct.
I think last year he probably would have had a really strong case to win it, but then he got hurt, so obviously he wasn't eligible.
Yeah.
I don't think he's improved as much from last year to this year as he did the year before to last year.
I agree.
But I do think he's got better. I also think that I think it was Penn who made the point earlier, like the role thing. Like Atlanta run their offense through him now. Like that's a tough burden to carry, and he's held his own with that burden. So I think that's a sign of growth where when a team's able to go from you playing off of someone else to now we're running our offense through you, and you're able to accept that responsibility and still play well within it. I think that shows his improvement. So I think he's a typical MIP candidate, and I wouldn't be surprised if he won it, because he's that good.
The league does like to use this award to announce future stars. I found that, like, Brandon Ingram won it, Pascal Siakam won it. Like, they do like to do that. So could like that just be the best case possible for Jalen Johnson? That it's like an announcement as one of the young stars in the NBA coming up.
But it still has to be warranted, though, Penn. Like, okay, sure, we're pushing this guy to the forefront, but we're doing it off the strength of what he's been doing. Like, we ain't just selling you Jalen Johnson because we want people to know that Jalen Johnson. No, he actually has been getting busy throughout the course of seasons. Like I said, last year he was almost a 20-10 guy. The year before that, he was getting better. And then now this is where we are with him. So, like, when the league I feel like when the league pushes guys to the forefront, they're doing it in anticipation that this guy is going to be at. Wemby is a prime example of that. Like, we keep talking about Wemby being the defensive player of the year. We keep talking about Luka being the league MVP. We're pushing these guys because it's warranted. These guys are legit. Luka's leading the league in scoring. Wemby is, again, the second best. I'm sorry, he's the best rim protector in the game. So we're pushing that forward. So it's not like we're just shoving this guy in your face because we want you to think that he's good when he really isn't. So, I think that the league does a great job at that.
I don't think it has to be so mutually exclusive. Like, I think you could hit two birds with one stone, right?
What do you mean?
Like, I'm not saying you have to manufacture, a case for this guy to win the award. He's legitimately deserving of the award. Sure. I'm just saying, if it comes down to a 50-50 split, does it make sense if you believe that Jalen Johnson is next up, if you believe he's going to be a franchise player in Atlanta, to not give him that recognition right now, just from a branding perspective as a league?
I could get with that. I can.
I think right.
I don't know if Jalen Johnson got that type of shit in his game, to be honest with you. I think he's a good player. I don't know if he got.
Why not?
I don't know if he got next young star like type.
So the league loves the super athletic, high flying wing. Like, people love that. Because we live in a bucket getting era. And not only do we live in a bucket getting era, we live in a highlight era. And Jalen Johnson, you remember when he punched it over Austin Reeves? Like, he looked like he could be a high jump in the Olympics. That's the kind of athlete that he is, right?
His game is hard to His game is kind of hard to duplicate. Like, he relies so much on athleticism. Like,
isn't that a good thing though? Because that's what we try to push.
No, it is.
It's hard to imagine him scaling up more. Than
that's what I was about to say. Like,
you think that's it? We ain't getting no more Mars?
I say it's hard to imagine. I think Jalen Johnson, like, a star is like someone who's like good at creating for themselves, and he's just not. So it's like, I don't know. It's hard to see. Like, that growth is going to be that's difficult to come by. If he's able to improve at like actually creating for himself, then he's a star for sure. But like, actually going from bad at that to good at that is a big growth that's difficult to come by. Everything else, like the other parts of his game that have improved, like, he's still a good rebounder. I think he's one of the best passing forwards in the league. The athleticism, the transition stuff, all of that stuff is great. But like, his defense got worse this year, and he's not a very good creator. So it's like, it's hard for me to imagine like the ceiling being way higher than it is right now. He's obviously only like 23, so I'm not saying it's over. Like, I'm not doing that. But like, it's hard to imagine that jump, because that's the toughest jump to get. Like, that's what number one options do.
Sure,
it's hard to imagine that jump happening.
And to improve at 23 is like the way he did. I don't know if that's a good thing in basketball. Like, damn, did he peak a little bit too early? Because Man, you like to see jumps from guys when they go like you like to see small jumps, like small, and then when they get
We
about
just saw Ant
26.
lead the league in threes, and he was 23 when he did that. 23
Yeah,
years
but
old.
he Ant jump and Jalen Johnson jump is two different things. You saw
Wow.
Jalen Johnson average what 5 points a game? Didn't Ron just say like 5 points a game? To
Yeah,
damn
Jalen
near
Well, he
double
went from
double
like
now?
21.
5 to like 15 to like
Right.
20 or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm saying like those jumps are like crazy because there's no way, like Mars said, it's hard to imagine him being a 30-point scorer. You know what I mean? Like it's hard for him to just keep going up. So I don't know, like him getting that jump that early is like, when will he peak out? Like, is he peaking out right now? For you to peak out at 23 is kind of scary a little bit. I think
Yo,
but
I want to ask you guys though, because we just talked about Denny. We're talking about Jalen. They're both obviously in this MIP race. They both took jumps from what they were last year into the All-Star tier. Who do you guys think will be better over the next 3 to 5 years out of these two?
And Denny's what, 26?
27.
No, he's 25.
They're the same
Denny's
draft class,
25.
right? Yeah, they're the
Yeah,
same
he's
draft class, right? Yeah.
Denny's 25. Jalen Johnson's 23.
Oh, Jalen Johnson was the next year draft.
25.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
turned
Denny
25.
came from what was it, Tel Aviv? That's his
Yeah,
name?
Yeah,
from
Luke
Israel.
Maccabi.
Mhm.
I'm going with Denny. I'm going with Denny, bro.
Yeah, I think Denny's better now, and I probably expect Denny to be better going forward. Assuming like his back injury isn't serious, because back injuries can ruin careers. So assuming the back injury isn't
He does
serious,
have that
yeah,
back injury. Fuck. Yeah, he
yeah,
does.
I'd probably take Denny, but if the back injury is serious, then maybe I'll go with Jalen Johnson, but I'll go with Denny right now.
I'm going to go with Denny, Ron, off the strength that guys whose game is predicated on flight and athleticism, when that flight and athleticism wanes, they tend to go the other way and they don't have a backup plan. That's not Denny's game. Denny's game isn't predicated on that. Denny's game is a lot of in between, solid ball handling, getting to the rim, being one of the better floor generals, one of the better distributors. So with that being said, that stuff, ages well over time, as opposed to a guy who runs fast and jumps high. If he doesn't have a contingency when that stuff goes away, I think that, we see a lot less of him. So I'm going to go with Denny.
Jalen Johnson's a better passer than Denny, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, in my opinion, yes. But I think Denny's just better with the ball in his hand, so he's able to access more passes. But Jalen, just pure passing, yeah, I think Jalen's floor vision and actual passing is better than Denny's. He's just not as good of a driver. So Denny's able to get into the paint more consistently, collapse the defense, find kickouts. But he also makes his fair share of bad decisions. I think Jalen Johnson's actually a pretty good decision maker. I just don't think he's that good with the ball in his hands. So I want to see. It's weird. I want to see Jalen Johnson more in an off-ball role than he is right now.
Well, that's interesting.
That's why he'll thrive.
That's interesting. You mentioned that, Mars, because what that sounds to me like the guy who only shoots open jump shots, like Luke Kennard, like Luke Kennard, like the guy who. I mean, I'm a damn good jump shooter. I just only shoot when I'm open. So I think that Jalen Johnson is a damn good passer, but he can't really get downhill. So we can't really maximize his ability.
Yeah, I don't think he can. Yeah, I don't think he can maximize his passing ability. But I still think even with the limitations he has, I still think he makes a lot of good reads. Especially for his size. So yeah,
I mean, you don't just average 8 assists, then just you just whatever.
Yeah, he averages more assists than Denny too. So I could just go that route and be like, look, averages more assists. So yeah, but I think they're both good passes. I just think Jalen Johnson's probably better.
Interesting.
All right. Well, speaking of Denny Avdia, this will be a good time to let everybody know we will be tapped into the Portland Trailblazers in Denny Avdia against the Los Angeles Clippers and Kawhi Leonard, April 10th in Portland, Oregon. This is going to be special, not just because Denny Avdia will be playing against Kawhi Leonard. It will be special because the panel will have a live show in Portland, Oregon, in the MODA Center right before the game. We're going to be in the arena, and it's going to be a live show for the public, for the fans, for our viewers, subscribers, members, followers, everybody that's tapped into the panel. This is your time to pull up, support the panel, enjoy a good show, our first live show in an NBA arena. And then afterwards, we're going to do a meet and greet. And then after that, we will go watch the Blazers play against the Los Angeles Clippers. You guys, it's going to be a hell of an experience. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be you guys' opportunity to meet the panel face to face. And ultimately, it's going to be all of our opportunity to turn Portland the fuck up. So y'all get y'all tickets. When you click the link in the bio and you buy your ticket to the game, you essentially get a ticket to the show, the meet and greet, and the post-game fan experience. You guys tap in, book your trips, get your tickets, and we will see you April 10th in the MODA Center. It's going to be a hell of a time.
Y'all ask for us. Don't act like we coming. Just so you guys know, y'all ask for us. We coming to your city. So don't act like y'all don't know us when we come out there. Don't act like we didn't know you. No, we told y'all we were coming. We put it out there. We put it on blast. We are going to be in your city. And when we in your city, don't act like you don't know us. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that. We definitely coming to your city. Yes, we are.
And we hooping on Saturday, too.
By the way.
Definitely hooping. Y'all better
Portland.
Hey, Ox.
Yeah.
Did Swiper send that money?
No,
no, he did.
That nigga don't want to play. He don't want to play.
I don't got
I
that
ain't
in my
playing for
Venmo
free.
or Cash App.
I ain't playing for free.
We still got some other runs though, so y'all make sure to pull up, bring your kicks. Hey, but speaking of the Clippers, I'm curious, how long until they catch Golden State?
Hey, Ox, that's a Titanic size hole in that Golden State team, ain't it? That ship is the ship be sinking, in the words of Michael Ray Richardson. It's looking real whack over there.
Only a game and a half back.
Yeah, that's coming soon.
I mean, they gonna have them by the end of the week at the rate the Golden State's going.
Because I feel like the Clippers are trying to chase that 7 seed in this play-in. You know what I mean? I think they're trying to get to that 7 seed.
And they 5 games behind Phoenix. I don't know if they could catch them. I'm not.
Not in just the standings.
They
but
might
in the
though.
in the play-in tournament.
Like if we end up getting Phoenix, yeah, we could possibly pop them. Yeah, I can get with that. Yeah, I can definitely get with that. And if the Blazers, if the Blazers end up, because if we moving up, right, like you said, we moving up between the 7 and the 8 seed. So if the Clippers move between 7 and the 8, now that means that the 7 seed Phoenix Suns would have to play the Warriors Blazers winner, and Phoenix could miss the playoffs and the Blazers could get in. And like I said, they were going to get it. Like I said, they were going to get in. So
that would
eat it, Ron. This could potentially
turn into the Clippers getting the 7 and the Blazers getting the 8 in the actual playoffs after the play-in tournament. This could very, very well happen.
The Blazers do got action, but then you got to be healthy.
Both these teams, right? Absolutely, but both of these teams can catch Golden State. Like when the play-in tournament happens, it could be Phoenix, Clippers, Portland, Golden State. It could very easily
step out for like another week and a half at least. So.
Right, and if the Clippers pop Phoenix
at least, Mars, is that what you just said?
Yeah, at least they said 10 days. I think that's when he's getting reevaluated.
Okay, so in 10 more days, today is the 3rd of March, right? So 10 more days from now, which will be the 13th, which is they play Minnesota. He's not playing; he's getting evaluated. Then they got to go on the East Coast, and they got a 6-game East Coast road trip where they got the Knicks, Wizards, Boston, Detroit, Atlanta. I'm sorry, 5 games, and then they got to play Dallas. The Warriors, if they make the playoffs,
it's looking tricky for Golden State. Man.
Very tricky.
A fork in them.
How come
Please put these old men out of their misery. Draymond, I was watching you last night, buddy.
Draymond's washed. I don't know.
Yeah, it is. It's about that time, big dog.
I said it when I said to you, Ron, and you laughed at me, that Draymond is the drunk dude that every once in a while you come home and it's a big ass hole in the wall. But you know, we got nice stuff around here. We do, Ox. We got nice stuff around here. The cars are paid for, the food in the refrigerator. So we can handle Draymond's antics because we winning. It's getting kind of corny now, though, ain't it? Because we ain't as good as we used to be. It's getting kind of whack now. So you'd be surprised what teams put up with when they're winning. But when they stop winning, yeah, that shit get real corny. Real corny. And that's what's going on with Draymond right now.
And with the Clippers, 22 games left, right?
Yep.
I'm looking at those, and of those 22 games, 7 of them are, good teams. You know what I mean? I think they play San Antonio twice. They got OKC. They got Toronto. They got New York. Other than that, it's SAC, Portland, Bucks, Memphis. You know what I mean? Like Dallas, Chicago,
Pacers,
Milwaukee, Pacers. Yeah, they play the Pacers.
Schedule, yeah.
Yeah, they play the Pacers twice. They play the Grizzlies, I think, once or twice. You know what I mean? They played New Orleans twice. Milwaukee.
Like, these are games that we have to win. Like, we can't lose these games.
Garland's back now too, so you know they getting home at the right time, as opposed to the Warriors who are getting hot at the wrong time.
Hey, chill. You can say what you want to say about me. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me. All those tough games. Go ahead, bro. You could park it.
Oh, look at this! Get the hey, Ron. That's what we're doing.
What do you mean? Wait,
what do you mean? You heard exactly what he said. Leonard, put your ass in the seat.
Yeah, Kawhi, we don't need you to play. We're gonna take this.
Leonard, put your ass in the seat.
We're gonna take this ass shit. We win one of them without Kawhi shit. We'll take it.
all those easy, all those quote unquote easy games. With Memphis, all the respect to these
Indiana,
other teams, Memphis, SAC, Indiana, Kawhi go for 50. But when we playing against New York, San Antonio, OKC, hey Benny, it's time to go. DG, let's get it. You know?
Benny the bucket.
Brooke and Kawhi do not play in those 7-8 tough games.
Oh my God. All we gotta do is win. All we gotta do is win. Like, we gotta beat Memphis, right? We gotta beat the Bulls. We gotta beat SAC. We got to beat New Orleans. We played New Orleans twice, by the way. We got to beat them both times. We got to beat Dallas, right? Indiana, we got to beat them. Milwaukee, we got to beat them. Let's see, SAC again, we got to beat them. Dallas, who else? And then the Trailblazers.
This is their remaining schedule?
Yes, sir.
Yes. They've gotten a lot of the tough stuff out the way, Ron. So I'm saying is like against these quote unquote lesser teams, because I want to respect all basketball teams. The Clippers need to go 16-6, 17-5, 15-7. You know what I'm saying? Shit, come on, why?
20 and what? I'm trying to win 20 if I'm the Clippers.
They could. No, I'm looking at the schedule. I could see them going like 18-4, closing out the season.
18-4.
You know
that's
okay. So Pacers should be a dub.
They might mess around and catch the Suns.
Pacers should be a dub. San Antonio could get tricky. So Pacers should be a dub.
Coming back.
Hey.
They could lose to San Antonio. I'm gonna say they could lose to San Antonio.
And we know it's March, so Jalen Green locking in too. Just playing that.
I believe it when I see it. Just like them coming back, I believe it when I see it. Dylan Brooks out.
So they beat Pitt. They beat the Pacers.
They beat the Pacers. They beat Memphis. I'm not sure if they beat New York. Minnesota might be tricky, but they beat the Bulls at home. They beat Sacramento at home. San Antonio, to be honest with you, Ox, I think we can pop them at home.
Let's split one.
Yeah, I think we can pop them at home. New Orleans twice, we can beat them. Both those games. We beating them. And then we go to Dallas on that Saturday. We beating them too. Milwaukee, we beating them. Toronto coming out to the West Coast. That's going to be tricky.
Hey, it's vengeance.
Yeah, Toronto coming out to the West Coast.
Kawhi gonna let Toronto know what they lost.
Indiana, we beating them again, Ron. Indiana, we beating them again. Milwaukee.
Plus, Scotty can't guard Kawhi.
Sure.
Yeah.
But keep going, chill.
Indiana, we beating them again. Milwaukee, we beating them again. The Trailblazers, we're going to end up splitting with them.
This is such a light schedule. I can't believe this.
Well, they played everybody already.
Yeah, they already played everybody, Ron.
Hey, holy aspirations.
San Antonio, we may lose to them. Definitely going up to SAC and beating them. Dallas at home, we beating them. Oklahoma City, ridiculous. I'm saying it right now, Ron. We beating them because they already wrapped up the Western Conference. So they chilling. They beating them. They got everybody sitting down. We beating them. So,
I can't say that though, because OKC is sit out their 4 best players and it still beat your ass.
No, not this time.
Not Kawhi.
No, not this time.
They might do that to them other weekend.
So
I thought you said you don't want Kawhi to play against OKC. They're gonna beat OKC without Kawhi?
No, because this will be one of the games like Chill pointed out, which I didn't have the foresight to see. Thank you, Chill. But when Chill pointed out the fact that they're going to be resting a lot of players, just like, okay, let's go get one.
Yeah, they're going to be chilling. Everybody else going to be wrapped up.
That type of foresight only comes with gray hair. That is true.
With that,
I got hella gray hair.
I got some too.
With that being said, though, so the 4 games that you mentioned the Knicks, you mentioned the Wolves, you mentioned the Spurs, and you mentioned OKC. even if they lost all 4 of those games, they're literally playing tanking teams for the rest of them games. And like you could say the Blazers aren't a tanking team, but so it's like the rest of them games are all of those games are like most of those games, them teams don't even want to win.
Right. So I'm saying, Ron, it's it's looking good, bro. Like,
22 games. Okay. I got them winning 14 of these 22 games.
14. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you are y'all telling me the Clippers are gonna win 44 games this season?
I didn't have them winning 4 games after they started that season the way that they started it. Niggas looking super whack. Man, get these bum ass niggas off my TV. Get out of here. Only except they turned it around. Yes. And now we in the space that we in right now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But all right, y'all. I want to get back to the last player, the dude who has basically jumped everybody in this most improved player race. Mm-hmm. He is the favorite to win right now. Jalen Duren has taken his game to the next level. And as if that wasn't enough, we're going to start with acknowledging who the players of the week were, which you guessed it. Jalen Duren is the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. He averaged 25 points, almost 26, 25.8, 13.8 rebounds on 63% from the field. And during this time, his team went 3-1. Shout out to the Pistons. We know that they've been balling this year. And then Western Conference, you got Anthony Edwards. His team went 3-0. He averaged 28.7 points, 3.3 rebounds, 5 assists. Shout out to these two guys. But we're specifically talking about Jalen Duren and what he has done this season. Jalen Duren has kind of flew under the radar for the first half of the season. Got his all-star bid individually, Penn. Individually. Flew under the radar just a little bit. But I think we all know just how good Jalen Duren is at this point. On the season, well, last year, Jalen Duren averaged
12, Ron. 12 and 7. 12 and 10. 11, he was a double-double guy. Mm-hmm. He was a double-double guy.
So 11.8 to be exact. 10.3 rebounds, 2.7 assists. He was 69% from the field in only 26 minutes, though. This year, and I don't know why he doesn't play more than 28 minutes, but plays 28 minutes. His shot output has went from seven attempts last year up to 11 attempts this year. He's averaging 18.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, and he has just been hooping.
Ox, I'm going to be honest with you right here on international YouTube. When you first brought up that Jalen Duren, Evan Mobley conversation, I wanted to fight you. I was like, man, you better get the fuck out of here with this. Like, I really wanted to fight you because I'm like, why are we even talking about this? Him and Evan Mobley are not a conversation. Yeah, they are now. We actually are having a Jalen Duren, Evan Mobley conversation, and it's legit. However, Ron, I don't think in terms of most improved that he's improved the most this season. I mean, I think that brand of basketball in Detroit, I think that it enhances his game and it makes him a lot better. I think he has improved as a defender because I was trying to hype him up as a defender a couple years ago, and Mars about jumped through the screen on me like, chill, what the hell are you looking at? And then I started watching more of him, and I saw how bad he was as a defender in terms of drop and in terms of being able to close out and not foul. He's gotten much better as a defender. His ball handling, especially in transition, really helps this Detroit team. But when you're talking about production and you're talking about a guy, because again, this doesn't have anything to do with winning, Ron. We're discussing solely like your improvement. And I don't know if I can honestly say that he's improved more than Keyonte or Ryan Rollins. I don't think that he has.
Does winning matter at all in this award?
Not in this award. It doesn't.
Yes,
no.
it does, Chill.
No,
yes,
it does not.
Does.
Should it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. But should it? Should it matter?
How you impact your team's success should matter, but that should matter in probably every awards.
Okay, but like he is a part of the team. He's a huge part of the team. He's the second All-Star on the team. Some would argue he's the second best player on the team, depending on how you feel about Asar and Isaiah Stewart.
He's the second best player.
Yeah. Okay, good. I agree. So why, if you actually consider what this guy's doing on a per minute basis, like just consider the role, limitation of him playing 28 minutes because their coaching staff doesn't want to overextend their starters and because they have such a deep bench. just consider what he's doing per minute. Like, he is insanely productive. Like, if you map this out against almost any center in the league not named Jokic, it's comparable. So
I think he's a top 5 center in the league.
right. And so when you
Is
say
he better than Bam?
Yes.
Today, he's
Is
better
he?
than Bam.
Is he?
Yes. Yes. I've already hashed out my 5. Jokic,
Can we get-
Embiid, Chet, Jalen Duren. They're my top 5. You're a top 5 center in the league to me.
Better than Bam.
so, like, when you say that
Okay.
him and Evan Mobley is a conversation, Mars, is it a conversation?
Yeah, I'd listen to Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be based on the fact that you don't think this year is indicative of him as an offensive player and that he's probably closer to last year. That would probably be most of the argument, I think. Based on this year, I don't know how you argue Evan Mobley's been better.
He
than
hasn't
Jalen
been.
Duren.
And you know
Yeah,
how I am.
but I
about
also
last
think
year.
I think
he hasn't been.
yeah, but last year I think Evan Mobley last year I'll have that conversation because I still think Jalen Duren's the better offensive player, but like obviously defensively, Evan Mobley being one of the best defenders in the league, I still think he is that. By the way, I actually think his defense been kind of underrated this year. But offensively, just the utility Jalen Duren provides alongside being a good defender now. I don't know. I just think he's extremely impactful and extremely valuable. So I would have Evan Mobley probably 6, probably.
To answer your question, Penn, and when I'm looking at it, each of these guys, Dyson Daniel, he's on that Atlanta team, they made the playoffs last year.
Mm-hmm.
Philly, Tyrese Maxey in 24, they made the playoffs. Lauri Markkanen in Utah, they did not make the playoffs in 23. Ja in 22, they were the 2nd seed. Julius Randle with that Knicks team, they made the playoffs for the first time in like 10 years, something like that. Brandon Ingram in New Orleans, they did not make the playoffs in 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Toronto Raptors won the NBA championship in 19. I had never Victor Oladipo in 18. I remember watching that series when they played against Cleveland, and Cleveland beat them in Game 7. And James hugged Victor Oladipo, and he had that face like, "Man, I'm glad we ain't got to see these dudes again. I am so happy that we don't have to play these guys again." So, to your point, in some instances, winning does matter. Giannis in 17 with Milwaukee, McCollum in Portland, buckets in Chicago. The Dragon in Phoenix, Paul George in Indiana, Ryan Anderson with Orlando. Did Orlando make the playoffs that year? I don't think they made the playoffs.
See,
that
that's real MIP winners, Ryan.
year.
Anderson.
like Ryan.
That's
Anderson.
what the award should be. Man.
You know, Ryan Anderson, Kevin Love, Minnesota did not make the playoffs. Aaron Brooks in Houston in 2010, like stuff like that.
But I mean, let's not act like the trajectory that Detroit was on 3 years ago. Nobody
2, Ron, 2, not 3. 2 years ago.
Nobody projected they were going to be this good. And chill. That's why I'm giving Jalen Duren love for this award. That's why he is the favorite, and that's why he's my favorite. Because I don't think the stats are indicative of what he does on the floor and the impact that he has. Like, it's a reason why this team is good. And he's a large reason based on him just playing like an actual big man. He's not running around chucking up a bunch of threes. He's not stat padding. He's not doing none of that. He's playing real basketball. And like, shout out to Jalen Johnson. You guys are higher on him just filling up the stats and, you know, out there being a PRA merchant than I am. Denny Avdia, same thing as well. He spams a lot of pick and rolls. These guys do things to get stats throughout the game. They have the ball in their hands a lot. Jalen Duren is just doing big man dirty work.
Yeah.
I'm protecting the paint. I'm setting hard screens. I'm running the floor, catching alley-oops, grabbing every rebound I can get. And like, that has clearly translated to the Pistons being the best team in the East. That's why I'm like, when I'm looking at his production and the impact it's having on them winning, that's like, I can't overlook that. Like, Denny's stat line looks amazing. Jalen Johnson almost averaging a triple-double is mind-blowing. Jalen Duren is on the best team in the East, and he is a large reason because of that.
I could get with that, but I'm just a little aggravated.
He's actually improved defensively. That's like like
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson got worse on defense, and he's an MIP candidate. Denny got worse on defense. He's an MIP candidate. Ryan Rollins stayed around the same. I'll give him. He stayed around the same, and then Keyonte just sucked the whole time. Like, but Jalen Duren, like, that's what I like about him. It's like he got better on offense and defense. Like, he got better at everything. Like, his whole game got better. It wasn't like, oh, he just got more offensive opportunities, so the defense scaled back, give him the MIP. It was, no, this guy got better on offense and got better on defense and that's a big reason why the Pistons are as good as they are, because they're like the second best.
Where did he get
defense in
better
the
on
league.
offense, Mars? When you look at his game, where did he get better offensively? Because I do see the ball handling. Like that's I think that's huge for Detroit's offense. Like him being able to grab the ball off the glass and go with it. I think being that secondary ball handler in transition is definitely a big deal for him. But where did you see him getting better as an offensive player?
I think the biggest growth, I think his hands are a lot better. His footwork is a lot better. Just staying balanced and being able to catch some wide array of passes under the rim from Cade, Tobias Harris, whoever it may be, catch in traffic, keep the ball secure. I don't know what his turnover numbers actually are, but with his usage, I don't feel like he's gone crazy. Definitely think he's more secure with the ball. He's got like some semblance of like a mid-range jump shot that he has that is viable, but he doesn't shoot a whole lot, which I don't have a problem with. But I think that's an extra weapon. What else?
He averages about two. He averages almost two turnovers a game. I mean that's not killing us.
What did he average last year?
Around the same. He's about.
So his turnovers haven't really changed, but his offensive usage has, which is like I think that's a sign that like his hands and his security is a lot better. His free throw shooting, I would argue is better, especially based on the volume. Once again, don't know the numbers, but I'm pretty sure he's a better free throw shooter now.
Field goal percentage.
The offensive, I think the field goal percentage has gone down because he's getting less of just the easy just lobs and dunks, and it's more so some drives and stuff that he's doing now where he's having to create for himself in the short row and in the pocket and stuff. Like that was stuff he couldn't do before, and now he can do it. So
he's less of a play finisher. He's
diversified some of his shot profile while still being elite at the
I could get with that
easy things.
Yeah,
and then he's not like turning the ball over, and then the offensive rebounding stuff is still great. And then everything else he already did at a high level. But the biggest growth for me is the defense. Like he was a bad defender, and now he's a legitimately good one. That's the biggest growth, in my opinion. Which I think he's a valid winner. I would still probably favor like a Ryan Rollins or a Keyonte maybe, but I think Jalen Duren's a valid winner.
Yeah. And Ron, by the way, where all these goddamn Detroit Pistons fans come from? Like, where was y'all at a couple of years ago when these dudes was garbage? All of a sudden, everybody loved the Detroit Pistons. Yo, we back and we this and we that. Everybody loved y'all. When y'all was on your way to losing 40 straight games, we couldn't find none of y'all. Now, all of a sudden, everybody loved the Detroit Pistons. Everybody, the bad boys are back. These guys are awesome. Cade Cunningham is the league MVP. Jalen Duren this and Jenkins that, and we got the coach of the year. All of a sudden, everybody now is a Detroit Pistons fan. There are some of you here that were Detroit Pistons fans, and I'm not going to argue that. There are some of you here, but now everybody loves the Detroit Pistons. Where the hell were you guys years ago when these dudes was trash? When these dudes was garbage?
Now, Chill, I'm sure there is some validity to what you're saying, because typically even fans sometimes are a little quiet when their team's not doing well. But I think Detroit is one of the cities that has a loyal fan base, though.
Detroit.
I think Detroit is one of the cities that actually, there's a few cities that are serious about their team, and they might not be rah when they're losing. But I think Detroit has loyal fans, though.
It sounds like some Detroit groupies to me.
Could be. I'm sure there's a bunch of those.
It sounds like y'all riding D to me.
Chill. Golly, Chill's not just saying this for no reason. Absolutely, there's some people that just came out of the woodworks out of nowhere.
All of a sudden, everybody loves Detroit. Everybody loves Cade Cunningham. Everybody loves Jalen Duren. I'm like, where the hell were you guys at 2 years ago? Where the hell were you guys at?
Wait a second.
Now everybody's on the D.
Yeah, everybody now loves the Pistons. Like,
where were you 2 years ago?
I was up here talking about how bad they were. That's
why. I was the only one up here saying they weren't the worst team in the league.
Number one.
I said that too. I made a whole video about it. They are not the worst team in the league. I said it too.
I was defending the 24 Pistons.
Y'all still can't tell me nothing.
I was defending the 24 Pistons, man.
Like, Joe, we're not.
People
are not front runners because we are reacting to change behavior. That's fair.
Yeah,
if a team gets better, they fired their coach. They got a new coach. They implemented a new system. They got a whole bunch of new players, and they're winning.
Yes.
And I feel personally that if you continue to hate on the Pistons, even after they made their improvements last year, then maybe you probably should just sit in the back row and just remain a hater. But if you gave them credit when they made the huge turnaround last year, and you continue to ride with this team because you generally appreciate their aesthetic and what they're about, I don't think you're front running anything. I think that's fair.
But now with that,
are we gonna acknowledge that I was the one that?
No, you wasn't, Drench. Don't start the bullshit. Here we go,
I
Drench.
don't even know what you was gonna say.
I
but
mean,
I'm not
he
about to-
probably
No,
was
I'm
the
not
one.
trying to
Drench
hear,
not
Mom.
lying.
I'm not. No,
Hold
you
on,
wasn't, Drench.
let's
Don't
hear it
start
though.
the
Let's hear
bullshit.
it. Drench, what
What'd
were
you do?
You were the
Chill.
one to.
So we're not gonna acknowledge that. I think this was on one of the all-time great episodes. No, we was doing rankings.
Yep.
So I know I
And-
wasn't on it. Okay.
Yeah, and I specifically said that Detroit probably gonna make the playoffs next year, and y'all said ain't no way because it was
When'd you
about
say that?
Tobias Harris, and I said the one thing that Detroit got that they didn't have was vets, and I brought up Tobias Harris, and
I
you
do
niggas
remember you
lost
saying
y'all
that. I
mind.
do remember you saying something about vets. I do
Yes,
remember
y'all
that.
lost
I do
y'all
remember
mind
that.
when I said
Hey, I
Tobias.
still don't fuck with Tobias. I don't know what to tell you. Bro.
By the way,
Tobias
Moss.
Harris, Tobias Harris.
Yeah, I still
And I
don't
was
fuck
like,
I mean,
yo.
they succeeded in spite of him sometimes.
And I'm
By
like,
the
yo,
way.
come on. I said the same shit about the Suns, though. I just know.
But
ball.
I do remember you saying that about the Pistons.
I do remember the vets part. I do remember that part.
Yeah.
However, to your point, Penn, I am not a Pistons fan, and I do recognize improvement, and I did recognize the improvement last year when I said that JB Bickerstaff came in and changed the culture
Okay.
of what was going on in Detroit. Like they had
Yeah.
a loser mentality, and he came in and he changed that.
Yeah,
And I felt
I'm
like
just
that
trying to
they
have
were-
a fair discussion, show. Like the other day when we did our panel power rankings,
Sure,
you had the Toronto Raptors ninth. Ninth.
yeah, I did.
I didn't be like, oh, where were you last year, chill?
Well,
you were tuned out as you should have been. We're good.
But I was
Okay.
watching them though. That's the difference. I was watching Toronto. I was watching what they
Okay.
were, and I did see that they
that's
weren't
that's
that
not the
good.
conversation. We're saying people are supporting the Pistons now, as they should.
Right.
And I personally, I don't like this guarding of fandom shit. I think it's weird. I think it's very weird. If this is what you want to do with your time, power to you. I mean, like, there's wars, there's famine, there's other shit to do in the world. But if your big stake in this world is like, I was a fan of this team when you weren't, and now you don't get to be a fan of this team, I think you're weird. Personally, you should want people to be. You should want people to like your team, man.
Real.
I don't get it.
That part I
Nobody's
can get
saying
with
you can't
what-
be a fan. You just being called
whoa.
a front runner. That's it.
Right, you only
Like you-
around you only around on check day, on check day, Penn. That's it. You
Hey,
don't come around.
Ken, you know what
when-
that is? That's
What
a
is it?
groupie.
Yeah, you only around. You
Oh,
only
That is a
damn.
groupie.
No, it's worse than that. It's
Hey,
worse
Jordan,
than that. 'cause
back
it's
then
not-
they didn't
it's
want
not-
me.
It's not gatekeeping. It's worse.
You
than
sure
that.
right.
It's worse
you-
than that.
so
it's
you a
like,
fan of
it's
the-
like you weren't here for the because it's like if all six of us is kicking it and something go off and we fighting and you ain't nowhere to be found, but then we go back and you there.
Whatever
Like
you
not
at.
only is it like you get to do what you want your time, but you a sucker. You wasn't holding
know
it
that
down
system,
when times was rough. When times was rough, you weren't around, and then all of a sudden you're a fan and show up. We don't want you here. You're not really loyal.
Sports entertainment. It's not entertaining to watch a team lose by 30 every single night. It's sports entertainment. It's not that deep. If you're getting beat up and I
Penn,
run
you're
away,
there for that
then I am
Toronto
a
team,
sucker.
even
Yes,
when they're
that is
bad.
a totally
But-
different example, though.
The type of people I'm talking about people that claim to be a fan, a supporter. I want to use the word fan.
Oh,
I'll say the supporter of a team.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Like if you're a supporter, I won't even use my situation because that's too dire and most people couldn't hold it down for that long. But I'm saying if you were a fan of a another team, and then all of a sudden you go away and you come back, it's just like, well, you're the type of person that can only talk shit when you're winning. Or,
You're a fair
you know what I'm
weather
saying?
fan.
Like
You are a fair weather
I don't-
fan. Look,
I
Sure,
don't
you meant
like
to be
that. I don't-
talking when your team's
Last-
losing 28
I don't.
games.
Yes, I
You'll
don't.
be
I
able
mean,
to
I don't.
defend.
I just don't like the. But no, I'm saying you can still be a supporter and really show like, yeah, I
I
still
would argue a
support
lot
my
of those
team.
people
I
probably
wanna-
were watching their team get fried. They're just not going to be in the chat defending nonsense. Their team was trash. We're calling them trash. They're meant to be, hey, we're not actually trash. I mean, nah, they knew they were trash. Now their team's good. They're able to speak positively of their team.
Listen,
I don't think Pistons fans just disappeared when they sucked, especially in our
yeah,
chat.
they were
I just think they had
waiting.
nothing positive to say, so they'd rather just not type anything as opposed to bashing their team. which were the only two options.
But even
Because you're not
still,
going to
though,
just lie and say you're good when you're not.
You're not
Right.
That's
Just
not
stay
that's not
quiet
the
when
other
the
option no
Pistons
more.
segment
That's not the other option. The
It
other
is
option
not.
isn't the other option isn't
That is
saying
the option. We're
No.
saying-
No, it's not.
The
No, it's
Pistons
No, it's
are
not.
losing 20 games.
The
We're
other
saying the
option is
Pistons
saying that
suck.
I
The
still
Pistons
you know,
fans
you
aren't
still
meant to
support your
defend the
team.
team.
But the difference though, Mars,
But
is
they
that
probably did. They just didn't type in the chat.
They were garbage 2 years ago when they lost 28 straight games, and then we saw the improvement last year. These same Piston people weren't here. Now all of a sudden they're at the top of the
I
Eastern
remember
Conference.
Pistons fans in the chat. I remember
Oh, I
them.
remember you.
I actually
niggas.
have something very good to add. to this
Because
conversation, I
this is
promise.
exactly like what me and Ron went through yesterday. Exactly
Facts.
like it. And then I seen people in the comment section actually agreeing with Ron and Chill, talking about Ox, you're yapping. No, y'all are afraid to compete if you don't think you can win. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, that's what it is. Some people,
segment.
yeah, some people can't support their team unless it's just winning. They don't really care about basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not
Right.
always about did you win in this sense. Like
Sure.
you can still support your team and not win the basketball game. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all.
I think-
It's not that deep. You're right, Penn. It's not that deep. I'm just saying, like,
Well,
it's questionable to me.
I mean,
All these Detroit bandwagoners.
I have something pretty good to add to this conversation. I think a couple of years ago when the Raptors were losing a lot, or last year when the Raptors were losing by a lot, one of our members, recruiter dude on our channel, said, "I think I'm past the point where I can give my team more than my team gives me." And that felt real to me because this is a lifer. He'd been there since '95. He'd been through it all, but he was a young dude when he got into the Raptors. But now he's a man. He's got a family. He's got a mortgage. He got real life problems.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, when your team gets smacked by 40, that shit's depressing.
Hell yeah.
It's like real. I went to the Raptors versus OKC last year, and I watched my team look like preschoolers out there. They couldn't dribble. They couldn't pass. That shit was depressing. Scotty Barnes did not look like a star at all. He looked like a toddler. So I was like, this sucks. This sucks. So I'm supposed to feel bad because I don't want to pay to watch that shit. I'm supposed to feel bad that I don't necessarily, that I be scrolling my phone sometimes when I be watching that shit. Like, look, it's my job to cover this team, so I will watch everything. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, where were you when the Raptors were losing? That's stupid, personally.
Right. Well, Detroit is a different city, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sports teams, yo.
Yeah, I didn't say that. They didn't have ties. I'm saying Detroit is a different city. It's like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Detroit, you know what I'm saying? And so last year might be the only year where I ever looked at Detroit and just disappointment and just disgust.
Last year? Or you mean the year before last year?
Was it the year before?
2 years
Year
ago.
Last
before.
year they were in the
Year
playoffs.
before. Yeah, my bad, Penny. Year before.
2 years ago.
And that had a lot to do with Monty too, because Monty didn't belong on no bench in Detroit.
He didn't even want the
was-
job, Ox.
Right,
They made him
And
take the job.
chill. I'm not gonna even listen to that because you are defending Monty, letting somebody convince him to sign a check for something.
$75 million. He not saying no.
Well, if you're not gonna say no, then do your job. Because my main point is that this is Detroit. You know what I'm saying? This is Detroit, and this is the only time I've ever seen a Detroit roster in my lifetime, at least, and been like, "What are y'all doing out there?" Because Detroit is the type of city where if y'all we may not be winning, but I can support my team because we going out fighting. You know what I'm saying? We are actually here putting on the show. We're actually attempting, and we're not disrespecting our fans. You know what I'm saying? Detroit is one of those type of cities where if you're gonna finish the season maybe a couple games below 500, you know what I'm saying? Maybe miss the playoffs. As long as y'all was going hard and really, being a Detroit basketball team, I can support that. Yeah. That's my thing with Sacramento. If we gonna lose, okay. But if we're doing like what we're doing right now this season, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, like
I might not particularly.
What's up, Dougie?
Are you
know
locked into Sacramento this year, Ox?
I'm not. I mean, not. I've been really busy this year. And I haven't really been watching much Sacramento basketball because I'm like, if I'm going to watch games, it's not even so much that I still support my team though. You know what I mean? I still support my city. So my thing is, if I can only watch 2 or 3 games in the night, I'm going to make sure I'm watching games that are gonna matter in the standings. You know what I'm saying? Games that are gonna mean something. You know what I mean? Sacramento games, it's like, okay, we about to get spanked. I'll check in every once in a while, see what's going on. And you know, DeMontis ain't playing either, so it's kind of like, you know,
Down by 10, commercial break, goes to another channel. Down by 25, comes back. Yep, I got you.
And I do have and to be honest with you, I think it's good for the NBA that Detroit is good, because Detroit's always been the villain of the NBA. If we being honest, if we being honest, and the villain is necessary in stories like this.
Were they the villain in 2004, or were they the heroes in 2004?
They were definitely the heroes in 2004.
There we go.
Yeah, so, they were definitely.
Sometimes the villain is the hero,
but
because the Lakers were loved. Chill.
Yes,
knocking the Lakers off, that was a hero thing.
But I mean, and that is fair. But I also think that the Pistons did get that stigma from the previous Pistons, the bad boys of that era. And don't get me wrong, villains, I will stand on this. Villains are necessary. We definitely need villains in order for storylines to work, in order for fans to come along. We definitely need villains. But with that being said, the stigma of the Detroit Pistons is what made them popular throughout the NBA. Like, people needed somebody to hate. People need somebody to have animosity toward. Somebody got, in the words of Bill Lambert, somebody got to wear the black hat. Now, this Detroit Pistons team, I don't think that they are the bad boys, but I do think that they're Detroit.
I disagree with that, Chill. And I'm not saying these are bad young guys, but when you look at this group and the way that they play, this is real bad. This is the closest. I mean, you could say OKC too, but this team's a little more physical than OKC. OKC's like Lou Dort and then a bunch of like actual good defenders. This team is a bunch of rough, rugged, young, I ain't going to use that word, but rough, rugged, young basketball players.
Ron, they look like the Pistons look like a bunch of dudes that you went and got from the park. Let's rock.
Yeah.
That's who they look like.
It starts with Isaiah Stewart.
Yep.
Jalen Duren, we've talked about him. He at 22, he built like 42. You know, he built like your uncle and act like your uncle and play like your uncle.
Yeah.
And then I mean, Kate Cunningham is a physical guard. Ron Holland is with the drama whenever. Yeah. Asor, he is a Thompson. You know, like, this team is nothing is soft about this team. And once again, Chill, like, I think that they have a little bit of that bad boy in, a lot of that bad boy in them. But I also think they kind of got like a villain arc to them as well.
That's
and
a part
that's
of being
in a good way.
That's a part of being
in a good way.
Exactly.
That is.
That's Detroit basketball.
That's Detroit basketball. That's just a part of who they are. If you play for the Pistons, you have to be prepared to be hated. Like, this ain't playing for this is not playing for the Lakers. We're not the Sunshine and Roses team. Like, people are not going to like us because we play a brand of basketball that wins, but it's not popular with everybody. And so people gonna hate us.
And damn, what Drench was talking about, man, Tobias Harris is a bum.
Well, here's the thing. See, Ox is tripping.
God damn, I can't believe this shit for you.
The reason why this is wild as hell, Drench, because Ox is the same dude who would get up there and tell us that he thought that he should be better. Like, he should be playing like third team all pro level. Like, that's not bum. Like, that's the kind of dude that you think he is, Ox. That's a pretty good player in the league.
That's why he's a bum, Chill, because he was supposed to be something and then turned out to be nothing.
Bro, all he doing is letting K step up. He stepped up for the year. He stepped up for the year he had to, and then shit. He like, shit, I'm getting old now. I done made all this money in the NBA.
I really did, yo.
Take it away.
What was that? What was that good?
He was 17.
Right, for sure. But what was that good year Tobias had? Was that 17, 16 with the Clippers?
Yep, 16, 17.
It was 19.
16.
It was 19 when he averaged 20 a game that year.
Yeah, that's the last time we seen shit from Tobias. I'm telling you, if he could have done something in Philly, they could have got out the second round.
Now see this is where all this Tobias hate came from.
I agree with that.
And Ox was one of the main ones when I brought up Tobias Harris when I made my Detroit claim about hell no. But I'm just saying, it's just veteran presence. I didn't say Tobias was gonna go over there average 20. All I said was it's just veteran presence. Like, they need vets in that house. Sometimes you got a madhouse. Sometimes you need your granny to come in there and get your laundry and all your shit together.
Get your ass off that damn ceiling fan and sit your ass down.
Look, my granny used to come from the West Coast. Once once a year. And I fucking hated it when she came because
she
boy,
straightened your ass up.
laundry was done.
Hell yes.
Your bed was made up.
Damn right.
You ate when she told you to eat. It wasn't no, I ain't hungry right now. Bullshit. No. You finna eat this sandwich. And then 2 hours later, she gonna have a dinner for your ass. Boy, you know how your teacher gave you homework that's due at the end of the week? Bullshit. That shit due today because Granny said it need to be done. Granny checked
you gonna have this homework done today.
Boy, my grandma used to annoy the shit out of me, boy. She used to open, she'd like, give me that backpack. I'm like, what you getting my backpack for? Every homework in that motherfucker. Done. Done. She don't give a shit when it says do. She said, I'm lying. Boy, Granny gonna make sure you got straight A. Now that I'm older, I kind of wish my granny stayed with me, boy.
And that's why, to Drench's point, the Detroit Pistons needed Tobias Harris to keep guys on the straight and narrow because a lot of them dudes, they ain't had no direction. They didn't know what they were doing. They were young dudes. You get Tobias Harris on the crew, an actual respected vet. Because just because you got vets on the team does not mean that they're respected. Right?
Don't let Drench do that because what Drench just did is he just gave us all some nostalgia. And now we like, and now we like, oh yeah, I remember my granny was doing this, you know. I miss my granny. I love that, you know what I'm saying? For sure, I got that nostalgia too. But that's not Tobias Harris. Tobias is more like your rich great uncle. That pulled through. He come through. Hey, you do this, I got $20. Well, you do that, and that's how come Malik Beasley ass was out there gambling and shit because Tobias Harris was.
We always got one in the family though, Ox. We always got one in the family that just don't listen, and that's who Malik Beasley was.
That was Malik was.
He just the one dude.
Tobias was damn near enabling that shit.
No, he wasn't. No, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
What's up, yo, fella? You need a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? He was all that. He was you need that's Tobias ain't putting no foot down, making nobody do no homework.
But Tim Hardaway
ain't listening to Tobias, nigga.
Tim Hardaway was over there too, though. That's all I'm saying. Like Tim Hardaway was over there.
Tim Hardaway, that's a brother with a good head on his shoulders.
Malik Beasley was over there doing what he was supposed to do too. He might have been doing what he might have, been a different dude off the clock. But shit, on the clock, my brother showed up to work every day with his uniform on.
Don't get it twisted, Drench.
His hard hat.
Don't get it twisted.
That boy laced them boots up to the top.
I might have 200 on the Knicks in Charlotte, but don't think for 1 second that I ain't coming to work. I'm definitely coming to work.
Yes. Nah, chill. We can't put that smut on Malik Beasley's name. He ain't a part of none of them indictments. We can't put that smut on his name. But I'm just saying.
Wait till Pablo break that thing open for you.
That's my fault. Yeah, I'm just
hell nah. But I'm just saying Detroit just needed some structure over there, and they got it with structured NBA players. You can't expect the team to be improving with some mad silly house niggas over there. You can't do that shit, man. Like
Drench,
that don't work.
With that being said, though, you're right. We do have to give Tobias some credit because
Thank you.
Let's just rewind the clock one more time. We've done this plenty of times throughout the season. We could do it again. 2 years ago, this team won 14 games. These niggas won 14 games, y'all.
Jamal's still trying to tell me that they weren't the worst team in the league. They was terrible. It was clearly the worst team in the league.
They were the second worst team.
No way.
And then the next year they get Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway, and they win 44 games. We got to give Tobias some credit. Now, yes, young players got better. Soar got better. K got better. Duran got better. These guys got better. But them signing them three dudes and Tobias Harris being the one specifically that we're talking about, he helped these guys tremendously. He helped that group tremendously. JB Bickerstaff, obviously. We got to give him his credit. Have to.
Am I wrong to say he was better last year? Tobias was better last year?
I think he was.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you one more thing, though, about Monty Williams. Monty better be happy we are in a new digital age with cameras everywhere and all that type of stuff. Because if he was coaching this Detroit team back in the 90s or the 80s, they'd have got his ass up out of there.
They would, and I'm not talking fired. They would have smacked that nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, what was this talking about?
Nigga gonna start Killian Hayes. There's no fucking way you should ever started Killian Hayes.
He'd have got that Jimmy Hoffa treatment. Straight Jimmy Hoffa treatment. He got his ass up out of there.
Hey, Mars, I'm going to fight you, Mars. He was starting Killian Hayes. Get the fuck out of here, Mars. What's happening right now? Killian
That's
Hayes
a-
wasn't in the
that's a top 10
rotation.
pick.
He was
That's a top 10
starting.
pick.
Mars, he
That's a
gave
top
Killian
10
Hayes
pick.
the ball and said, "Run my crew." This is what
That's
this
a
is
top
what was
10
going
pick.
on in Detroit.
That's
Hey,
a
man.
top 10 pick.
He had foresight, man. He knew that Killian Hayes was their route to being great right now.
Foreskin.
He knew he was gonna get Killian Hayes out the NBA just like his ass. That's what he had to do. He said, if I'm going, somebody coming with me. Killian Hayes
And it
just
was
popped
Killian
back up. He
Hayes.
snuck. He snuck through the grapevine because they want to make sure they
my
tank out there in
God. He was
Sacramento.
starting Killian Hayes. I want you to think about how diabolical it is for a second, Mars. He gave Killian Hayes the ball and said, "I want you to run my crew." He was starting him. He was their
He gave a
starting
point
lead
guard
guard.
the ball and said, "Go be a point guard." I don't know.
Not just a point guard, this particular point guard, who you yourself coined at one point as the worst, I quote, the worst player in the NBA. Not the worst lead guard, but the worst player in the NBA. Monty Williams gave him the basketball, and you still try to sell me that they weren't as bad as the Washington Wizards were. No
Chill.
way.
I'm assuming that Monty's gonna want a job
all this
someday.
sabotage Monty did, and the Wizards won one more game than the Pistons.
I'm assuming that Monty is gonna want a job someday. So I do feel the need to just say this.
think so.
Chill. If I come to you and I say, "Chill, do you want to be on this show with me?" And you'd be like, "Nah, Penn, I got family obligations and all that stuff. What if I give you $200? No, Penn, I'm really, I'm really swamped with all the business that I got going on. How about 1,000? Chill. Oh no, you know what? Like, I really don't feel like it's the right fit for me. I'll have this really important thing going on with my family right now. My wife, my emotions are not there. My mental is not there. Chill. What about $20,000 an episode?" And you say, "Shit, where do I sign?" And now I'm gonna criticize you for doing a bad job. I did a bad job. I'm a dumbass for trying to hire you when you didn't want to be hired. All right. So if you come on the show and you're not prepared because you told me you were somewhere else mentally, I'm gonna tell you what, that's not really my fault. Monty, get the bag. Tom Gores, do better.
Than what you were.
And
Yeah,
the
well,
funny
Monty
thing
Williams don't never deserve to coach again. And if I'm gonna tell you like that right now.
Get him on the floor,
He
Hawks!
don't deserve. I'm talking about never.
He's a good coach.
I think he coaching
He's
his
a good
No, the
coach.
hell he ain't.
Yes,
I think
he
coaches-
absolutely
Yes,
is.
I think he's coaching his son's high school basketball team, if I'm not
That
mistaken.
nigga not
well,
no
you-
good coach.
Yes, he is
that's
absolutely a
what's
good
up.
coach.
Hey, he the
Not
richest
NBA.
high school basketball coach in the world.
So what? The Phoenix
Yeah,
Suns
not
run
the
didn't
NBA.
happen. All that development didn't happen. Devin Booker didn't develop. Like the 0.5 offense, they were running beautiful
Man,
offense.
Monty
Jordan,
sold.
what are you doing?
Monty sold his last seasons in
Am I
the
crazy?
Suns
In
too.
Phoenix.
He went
Yeah,
coach
in
of the
New
year.
Orleans.
Wait.
Don't forget what he was doing in New Orleans.
Selling over there too, chill. That
No,
nigga
he
been selling
wasn't.
dope for.
Man,
he
y'all
been selling
y'all bringing up old shit.
Nah,
Y'all don't do this
nigga,
for
he
Doc. Y'all
coach.
don't do this for Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Doc a way better coach than that nigga. That
he's
nigga,
not.
that nigga.
No,
that
he's
nigga
not.
Monty belong where he at. Monty belong where he at.
Let's get to a poll.
No.
Monty
That's crazy.
Monty
Only one
belong
way to
right
get
where
down
he
to the
at.
bottom of
Monty
this.
a good coach.
It's a lot.
Goddamn
It's a lot easier to coach 35 games a season than it is to coach 82. He belong where he at. Down here in the youth ranks with me.
Hey, my homeboy played for Monty for a couple of games. That nigga got a dunk one game. They was down like 15, maybe 20. That nigga got a dunk and he screamed and he was like, ah. That nigga said the next day at practice, Monty Williams told him, like, hey man, you can't be screaming like that, man. They gonna think you crazy. Nigga, he just got a dunk. What are you talking about?
He should have screamed on Monty right there. I am crazy. You know what I'm saying? Start barking at his. I am crazy, motherfucker.
That nigga said you can't be doing
You
it
know
like
what I'm
that.
saying?
Then my homeboy made a three, like towards the end. That nigga was like, hey man, I ain't know you could really shoot it like that, man. You gotta get more shots up. Nigga, you the coach. Put him in the game. What you think you should do that? But that's the guy.
I
I'm
mean,
telling you.
he's supporting him though. At least you know what I'm saying. Like telling him,
That
shoot
nigga
the
a
ball more.
lunatic, bro. That nigga's hey, he been selling dope to the streets for too long, brother. But he get paid. He got the most expensive head coaching job in the world right now. As far as high school, ain't no high school coach getting paid more than him. I ain't getting paid like 30 a year.
Shout out.
Probably more than that.
Yeah. Hey man,
I
shout
would-
out
More than
Monty.
that.
I I wouldn't be giving
Shout out to
Monty
boy.
$1. Is all that
No,
money
he's
you still?
getting it from the Pistons.
They getting it from the Pistons.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm about to
Yes.
say that.
They
Hell
paid.
nah.
They pay him like $85 million or some shit like that to coach.
I think it was 72 or something like 72,
Yeah,
75.
he
thought
getting
it was
all that
90.
bread. He getting all that bread. Him and Adrian Griffin.
Where Adrian
man,
coaching
hey,
at?
I don't know where he coaching at. That nigga probably not coaching nowhere. He might be somebody assistant coach, but
I wonder if like AJ that would be dope for AJ because if he was like I don't know like worked at like a Christian high school or Catholic high school or something like that and he was like coaching like giving that to those kids like that would be cool for like AJ Griffin, you know what I'm saying, like staying around the game and still being able to follow Christ and do his thing, you know, that'd be dope. I wonder if he doing something like that. But. Man, get Monty ass up out of here though. That's all I know. Shit.
Well, the thing about it is, I don't know what's worse: the job Monty did a couple seasons ago when they won 14 games, or these new fake Pistons fans spamming my chat. However, you know, as long as you're a member, I guess I can't just really kick you out the chat. So you guys enjoy it, but just know, we know y'all front runners, and we see where y'all came from and what you're doing now. We notice y'all. However, shout out to the chat because you guys have sent through a lot of super chats, and that's exactly where we about to go right now. We've spent a majority of the episode talking about most improved players, how we feel about these guys. Well, wait, hold on, wait. Towards the end of the episode, I'm gonna ask you guys who you guys believe should be the most improved player and who you guys have. However, right now we're gonna read some super chats and then we'll get to that in a little bit. I appreciate everybody that's tapping in. We appreciate everybody that's tapping in. If you've liked the video, salute to you. If you've subscribed, double salute to you. If you're a member, triple salute to you. If you follow us across all platforms, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. The first super chat is from Tupac Westside. Shout out Tupac Westside. Always sending through super chats. Always tapping in with the panel. Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. Tyus Jones is officially a Denver Nugget. Mars and Swiper. What are we thinking?"
Yeah,
Swiper's right here,
Mars.
so we'll go with.
Yeah, Mars.
I got the Nuggets winning the chip now. I seen it now.
Yo.
Shout out to Tyus Jones.
Tyus
He should be able
with a
to.
gig.
He gonna get a lot of open looks running with Joke and Jamal Murray. A lot of them.
He gonna get them open looks because he
That
a
boy-
cerebral point guard. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Tyus is not finna see that floor. Tyus ain't gonna play
Ever?
a minute in the playoffs unless it is the game's out of reach, completely out of reach. Either way, Tyus ain't getting on that floor.
Y'all tripping, man. Ty's got game.
Thank you, Ox. God damn. This put him over the edge for me.
All right, well,
Forget the
shout out
bottom
Tyus
too,
Jones.
by the way.
Shout out the Nuggets.
Did they get him in the buyout?
Also-
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Because I think the buyout market is coming up too. Which I think the buyout market is overrated. I think that a lot of times we look at the buyout market and like there's some really good players. Like how many times have like guys really hit in the buyout market? I think the Heat ended up bagging Kevin Love in the buyout market. Like other than that, I think the buyout.
I don't keep up with the buyout market.
I think the
Whatever
buyout market is overrated. That's just me. I do.
Chris Middleton, he's a name to look out for this year. I don't know if he will be bought out, but if he is bought out, that's a guy that can really help a team.
Ron, teams don't just eat money. That's difficult to. I mean, like teams don't get into it to just. I'm going to eat $2 million. I'm going to eat $3 million over the course of like the next 3 years. Like that's difficult to do, and that's not good business. To just eat money. So no, I think the buyout market is overrated. I think the players who are in the buyout market, there are a reason why they're in the buyout market, and I just think it's overrated.
All right. Caleb Love Enthusiast sent through a super chat and said, "Did y'all see that dirty stuff Joker was doing last night? He was flopping like a fish out of water. Also, everybody should buy stock in Utah. Hashtag play Caleb Love."
Man, I get sick and tired of seeing Jokic do that shit, bro. That shit is fucking annoying, bro. Like
No,
that shit
it's
is
funny
annoying.
because Swiper was on here yesterday. Me and Real Talk said Jokic flopping is worse than SGA. He was like, "There's no way, there's no way." And then he does that last night. So
Swipe is a disgrace, though. Swipe is
shout out
a
to
disgrace.
Jokic, man. Shout out
Yeah.
to Jokic.
That's why I've been calling that shit out. I said that shit last year that he flopped worse than SGA. Bro, if you try to go set a screen and Jokic is guarding you, he fucking act and he's in your way, and you try to like go to him, he be like him and Nurkic. If you watch him and Nurkic, that shit is fucking like it looked like two little kids just fighting. And it's like because like Jokic just flopped like a dumbass. Like, bro, quit doing that shit. Somebody just when he start that shit, somebody just need to grab his ass by the jersey and say, "Hey, bro, cut this shit out today, bro. I'm not even playing." And all that acting like he gonna do something because he make his eyes big. I've been seeing my timeline talking about, oh, he was ready to kill them. He wasn't gonna do shit. Like, god damn.
We already seen Joker. He with the drama. So let's cut the bullshit.
Ain't with shit.
Yes,
he
is.
ain't with shit. He gonna fake his eyes like that. Like nobody's scared of that shit.
We've seen him truck. We've seen him truck some of the biggest bullies in the league in both the Morris twins. So you know he definitely
he pushed that nigga in the back
when he wasn't looking.
So.
Ain't with no drama. That flopping that shit, you ain't with no drama, bro. That shit is just, bro, that flopping shit is annoying. He gonna fall on that dude back. Like, what are you doing? You got no reason to fall on somebody back. And you behind him. How are you falling on somebody and you behind them like that? Why not just back up?
I just think it's interesting now that Joker is dirty. When did flopping become dirty, by the way? I never heard flopping being dirty.
That's dirty what he doing. This nigga got on that nigga back and rolled him to the ground. Pause. That's what he did. And he 370 pounds. Bro, that dude should have elbowed his ass like Ron Artest did James Harden. That's exact. That make him stop that shit right there. But all that flopping shit, that shit is annoying, bro. That shit just annoying. That shit is, I hate watching that shit. I would, bro, they need to stop the game, get on the microphone and say, hey, yo. Don't do that shit no more. It's over with. That's it. But that was my rant for the day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Jokic was nasty last night with the flopping and flailing and stuff. But shout out Big Yoke. Gooch Dior 4 sent through a super chat and said, what is you guys' current standing on Amin Thompson versus Brandon Miller? Also, where's the list you guys did last year on the top 25 under 25?
It's right there. The list that we did, Ron got it. Yeah. Ron got the list that we did last year. It's not like
Ron ain't got that shit.
Ron still got it.
Ron still got that ticket from San Francisco.
No, I don't.
I'd argue
I don't got
Brandon
that. And that don't got me.
This year.
You put the JD name up.
It ain't in mine. But what were you saying, Mars?
I'd argue Brandon Miller's been better than Amin this year.
There ain't no arguing.
I could get with that.
It ain't even no arguing, Mars.
100%.
I can get with that.
Mars, it ain't no arguing.
I feel like we're in the minority. I feel like the outside world will go with him, man.
Hey, chill. What Prime say when they say, Prime, you're arguably the best cornerback ever? What do you say? Nah, ain't no arguing.
Ain't no argument.
Ain't no arguing. That shit not up for debate. It is what it is.
Yeah, I'll take my Brandon Miller flowers too. Shout out to the boy from Alabama.
I'll take mine too.
See, this is the bullshit that I be talking about, Mars, with this dude.
I'll take my Brandon Miller.
What flowers, Ron? Wait a minute.
Mars knows. Mars knows.
What flowers are we talking about?
Scoot coming. Don't worry. Scoot coming.
He's
not coming. Scoot on his way.
Ron, when was you picking up Brandon Miller, Ron?
I was.
Last year, I know I was.
Shit, were you not there?
I'm just trying to remember.
When he was at Alabama?
Refresh my memory on when you was picking up Brandon Miller, Ron. I'm listening.
So
I have the DM
we
right
got Victor
here.
Wembanyama.
I have the DM right here.
Scoot Henderson, Amin Thompson, Brandon Miller. I was high on Brandon Miller. I was saying Brandon Miller is going to be way better than Scoot. I was high on Amin too, but I was
just
Brandon
low
Miller
on
was
Scoot though. No, ultimately you might be right, but Scoot coming. Don't worry, Scoot coming.
Nah, he about to scoot his ass up out of here.
Man, hell no. Respect Sterling. He coming, man.
That's his name, Sterling.
He actually has gotten a lot. He's gotten bigger. He looked like he got bigger.
He looks better. I like the way he's attacking the hoop. I like the way he's playing with
see,
aggression. He's playing with aggression. Now, is he really finishing?
Ron, you
Scoot
gotta
gonna be
do
a
something
Scoot gonna be a
you in the
all-star next year,
game.
man. Scoot gonna be a all-star next year. Just wait.
Ron, you gotta be able to do something. You in the goddamn game, and they giving you a chance. You gotta be
Scoot
able
gonna
to
be
do
an
something.
all-star next year.
You're a
Who they say about
professional.
Keyonte? Yeah, Scoot coming.
Hey, but did y'all see Hugo last night though?
When did you turn?
Yeah, that's not Hugo gonna make an all-rookie team. Might make first team. low-key.
Hugo.
It's
That
Hugo.
doesn't-
Hugo.
That's what we said. Pin Hugo.
No, it's
Hugo.
Hugo, not
That name
Hugo.
is Hugo.
Who go like who go first?
Yeah,
You or me?
it's Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah,
Hugo.
Hugo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hugo.
You go. No,
I
you
don't
go.
go. You go.
Hugo.
Hugo.
Okay,
Bro, I'm not gonna call this nigga Hugo.
That's his
His
name.
name is
Drake.
Hugo.
it's Hugo. All
Man,
right.
it got an
Wait,
H in the
Ugo?
front.
Like
I
Ugo?
was taught-
Hu-
I was
yeah,
taught
the
my
H is for the
vowels.
silence.
This
It's
nigga
Hugo
name is
Gonzalez, but
Ugo.
like, I don't,
Ugo.
I don't expect
Ugo.
y'all to go like all the way to you,
Ugo.
but it's Hugo Gonzalez.
What is his name?
Hugo.
Gotcha.
Hugo.
Which one is it?
Hugo
It's Ugo.
Hugo Gonzalez.
Okay.
Gonzalez. I mean,
Hugo
I'm sorry.
Gonzalez.
A-E-I-O-U.
Mm.
Hugo. Look at
It-
I just want to make sure. I don't
Okay,
want to
I
say his
got you.
name.
Anyway,
wrong.
yeah, he been
Hugo
really good this year,
Gonzalez.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah, he been-
Mars,
he
when
been
did you make
really
this?
good year,
Mars,
man.
when did you make this turn to Scoot? When did that happen?
Oh, never. I'm just trying to be optimistic.
Okay, so the trolling. Okay,
Yeah.
activate
Yeah,
the
we
troll.
just trying to be optimistic
I
about
just
someone
wanna-
who a bum.
I
I
just
don't
want
know
to
what
make
to
because
tell
I
you.
was like, wait a minute.
Jalen Green gonna be a all-star
I
next
was up
year
here
too.
fighting for my
don't know,
life for
man.
Scoot like a couple of years ago.
Oh no,
And-
yeah,
I don't
he's
know
still-
why.
he's- Yeah, he still sucks. Yeah, he still
Okay,
sucks.
so activate
But-
the tank. I got
He
it.
passes
You
the
know,
edge
we're
of
not
it,
even
but
gonna we're not even gonna
Activate
blame
the
Scoot.
troll.
If you are able to overcome G League Ignite, you just get bonus points. That's all it is. Like
right.
I don't know.
Dyson
G-League
Daniels.
Ignite- Shout out to Ron Holland. Shout out to Dyson Daniels. Shout out to Matas. They're making something of their careers coming from G League Ignite.
Kaminga.
God damn that place.
He's gonna
sucks.
open
Jalen Green.
That's why it shut down, Mars.
I mean, shit. Yeah, it makes sense.
They
They
was
made the
paying them
playoffs
damn
that first
kids
year,
too
though.
much
They
money to
made the
go
playoffs
live,
that
go
first year.
live and hitting
Did
Did
heels. and
Kaminga
shit
come from
like
G
that.
League United too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that doesn't help the proper.
No, it
context.
doesn't.
That's
Yeah.
Mhm.
They was
It's-
paying
yeah,
them
it's
kids
tough,
too much
so-
money to go live in goddamn hidden hills and shit.
He was
Like,
getting
them
what,
motherfuckers-
$500,000, I think.
Yeah, why put them kids out there in the goddamn hidden hills? Should have took their ass to Utah. That would have got them right. Fuck.
Yeah, if you're able,
Who
if
was
you're able
coach?
to overcome that.
Jock Vaughn was over there coaching, right?
He was. He
Nah,
was
it
one of
was,
the
One
coaches.
was
I
there.
forgot.
Oh
Yeah,
no, it
one
was
was
Jock.
there.
But what's his name was there? Your man Jared Jack. He was coaching.
Jared
he was
Jack.
playing.
He was
That's
playing.
Jared Jack was
Jared
playing.
Jack was
Jared Jack was playing. Yeah.
Yeah,
They had
He
Norris
had no
Cole
business
one of
playing
those
with
years.
them
I
babies.
think they had Norris Cole.
Jared Jack
playing
was
for
in the
them
G
one of those
League
years.
playing with G League.
Jared
United?
Jack and
Yeah.
Jock Vaughn, they weren't
Yeah.
doing shit with them kids.
I forgot.
No,
who was
that
the coach.
fir-
The
to be
dude-
fair,
the dude-
that
the
first
dude a
year
good
they
dude,
weren't
though. The
bad.
dude that was a coach, he's a good dude. I forgot his name though.
Hey,
Yeah. All right. Gooch also asked me about the
What?
top 25 under
The fuck is
25.
his name?
His name is Gooch. Respect Gooch. But
Nigga, you
anyways,
drinks. What the hell?
yeah. Well, really French,
Fact.
but
What?
Yeah, you.
What?
Nigga, your name
Gooch
Drench.
and Drench is two
Yeah.
different
Why-
things.
why is your name Drench? Huh? Why do they call you the
I'm
Drench
Drench
man?
Coat Don.
And who is they? Like
I'm
they
the
like
Drench
them?
Coat- No, I'm the Drench. Oh, that's crazy, Ron. See, that's what I'm saying. The shit you be doing on the slick, that shit is crazy. No, you just did that shit on the slick. That's what I'm saying. Look, now he trying to act like he didn't do it. That's crazy.
I'm just trying to figure out who they is.
No. Then he gonna say who they them. What? That's crazy. But it's cool though. Drench and Gooch, I don't even see the correlation. There's no correlation to that.
We got to run a poll to see.
Why would a grown man want his nickname to be Gooch?
Okay, I don't know if you know this, but the Gooch, which originally came from a show called Different Strokes. Gooch, he was the bully who we never saw.
See, you couldn't have made this shit worse.
Yeah,
The Gooch
but
from
Huge
different
different
strokes.
strokes.
Yeah, okay,
Right.
different strokes for different folks. And
Right.
this
Yeah,
is a white
right.
this was a white man who adopted two black kids, hence different strokes for
This
different
shit is
folks.
getting even wild about a day, chill.
But
This shit
again,
getting wild about a
but
day.
again, the Gooch was a bully that nobody ever saw.
What? The
Yeah, that's
Gooch
who he
was
was.
bullied?
Yeah, he was
Oh
a
my
bully.
God,
Yeah,
chill. You
that's
just
what-
making this shit just way worse than what
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
who he was.
Now
so.
we got a Gooch bully. I mean, a
Mhm.
Gooch bully. That's what we got going
Which
on.
also we can look at this from the other side.
No, we can't.
Yes, we can because Gooch is short for Gucci.
From the
which is-
red?
I didn't say the red. I said from the side. Gooch, which is short for Gucci.
Gooch is short for Gucci.
Which
He's
is
not
clean.
lying.
If
So-
a man nickname is Gucci, the way he spelled it, that's a problem.
Does it rhyme with something? A little too
Let's
much.
go around. Let's go around. This gets out of
Yeah,
hand, bro.
It's already out of hand. Ox, see what that happened?
All right, but back to Gooch's
insane,
question about the top 25 under 25. We did do a list. We only got the 15 people. I'm assuming that was a crazy episode. However, we will get our top 25 under 25. We'll do that here probably in the next 2 or 3 months. We'll get around to it eventually.
Like starting
But
over?
You could have
Yeah,
just
we're
went
gonna do
through
it
the
in a
9 months, give yourself a nice little safe zone.
what Penn said. Thank you. Penn is my representation.
That's our problem. That's our problem. Y'all scary. You always never mind.
You're just non-committal,
But,
yo. It's not
I
scary.
do want to because I think it'd be better for us to do it after the season. You know, we can
That's fair.
have a little
Y'all just some old just in case ass motherfuckers. That's all I'll be saying, man. Just God.
What does that mean?
man.
What do you talking about just in case?
Yeah,
What do you
Yeah,
talking
man. What's what? Y'all ain't never just burn the boats. Just go crazy. What's like?
No,
well,
I've
maybe
never,
this,
I've
you know
never
what I'm
burned my yacht. I haven't.
Shoot,
Ox is
shoot
basically
for
saying
this,
stand
man.
on. Ox is basically
Ox, you
saying
don't believe in cut once, measure twice? You don't believe that?
very much like in the beginning of the season, like we don't have to have a definitive league MVP. Like it could be somebody else that we ain't even talking about. Is that what you're saying, Ox?
I mean, she.
You know what?
Somebody said that. Somebody said that.
That's all I'm about to say, bro. At this point, y'all don't even know what I'm saying no more. Just forget about it. Forget about it. Because just
As
in
long
case I
as
say
you know what you're saying. we're good.
just in case I say something crazy, I'm gonna stop talking. Yes, man, shit.
All right. Well, I do want to say this with our top 25 under 25. This was our top 5 just last year. My oh my, how things change. At 1, we had Anthony Edwards. At 2, we had Victor Wembanyama. At 3, we had Cade Cunningham. 4, Zion Williamson. 5, Paolo Banchero. 6, J-Dub. 7, Evan Mobley. 8, Franz. 9, Chet. 10, Şengün. I can't wait to rehash that and read.
Y'all gonna have to stop acting like Paolo's weak or something, bro. I'm really getting sick.
I mean, five.
I'm sorry. I'm having
five in
selective
that
amnesia.
category
Did I go
is
crazy that Scotty was left out of the top 10?
Yes, you did.
I did, right?
You lost
Was that
Scotty
right? Was that right
Scotty
though?
was left out the top 15.
Was that right though?
Is
Actually,
Scotty
no, he was 14.
better?
He was
Is Scotty better than Paolo?
No.
And I know that you do. Since we're on the subject of Paolo, really quickly, Ron, before we move on, I know that y'all heard the little rift
Welcome, Penn.
between
Welcome.
the rift going on between both Scotty Barnes and his coach publicly. Not Scotty
You
Barnes.
mean
I'm sorry.
Paolo.
Paolo.
Paolo and his coach. I'm sure you guys have heard.
I mean, he's about to get his ass fired.
Yes,
All
sir.
that
He about
badass
to- he
offense
about to-
Paolo been
Yes,
doing.
sir.
Paolo about to get a motherfucker fired.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Paolo.
Whenever your star start complaining about the coach, yep. And then the coach ends up,
Non-adjust, just not making adjustments.
and then the coach starts firing back like
That nigga need to make an adjustment and make a shot. He need
You
to
ain't
make
playing-
an adjustment on that shot he been shooting.
You
that
ain't-
shit
you
be
ain't-
broke.
you ain't
Ox.
playing hard enough.
And that's
How about
Mosley's
that?
fault.
No, that nigga shit be broke.
Nah, Mosley the reason. Hey, Paulo been shooting good his whole life. That's Mosley. Get him up out
No,
of there.
that nigga. That Paolo might need to lose weight for real though, Warren. I'm gonna be real. He might need to lose some weight. I think
Or he might need
that
to
might
get his
do
ass
him.
on that
I
fucking
think
block.
I think he need to cut about 7 to 10 for real.
He could cut 50.
What you think a good? What
He
you
could
think a
add
good weight is
50,
for him? About
still not
240,
better than Scotty
245?
Barnes.
That nigga
240.
probably need to get like two. He
Hell
about
no.
250. Paulo like 250.
Paulo is not 250, y'all.
He
I've
like, he like
seen
no, he like 260.
Yeah, he big as shit.
Paulo
He might be
closest.
250.
Yo, I'm telling you guys. I've obviously Ox is my man.
Bro, how
Paulo
big is he legit in terms of 6'9"?
Ox, how much do
6'10"?
you weigh, Ox?
So I'm like 280.
Damn.
Come on, y'all.
what?
Paulo is at least 280. I've stood next
He
to
that
Ox,
big?
and I've stood
Yeah, he
next to
probably is, yeah.
Paulo is 6'10". The
I
nigga
got-
head
but-
is like is double Swiper's head, and that's you know.
Paulo is huge though. Like he
Humongous.
tall as shit, and he like wide.
Yeah, he might have been 250 in
Yeah,
high
you're
school.
not
I
fat. How
might
the
be
hell are you
behind.
280?
That nigga was 250 in high school, so he probably is
I'm
280.
I'm 6'8", Pen.
Nope, we ain't
Probably.
doing that no more.
I ain't never seen someone who like because
Nope.
I
We
seen
ain't
your
doing that no
videos
more,
when you're
Ox.
running. You don't look You don't look like you're out of shape. How the hell is someone who's 6'8", 280? I never seen that.
6'8". He stood up next to AC Green. He was looking AC Green right in the face. He's not 6'8".
Okay.
He's taller?
6'9", fine. 6'9" is fine with him.
I thought
AC
he's
Green was like, go over here to the bar and grab me.
6'6".
Paulo might be
Paulo's
280,
bro.
but he gotta lose some weight. I think he need to lose some weight. I think he need to cut, especially for the way
I
that
can
he
see
comes-
that. I can see that him maybe going 260, 255. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like how Brian had to slim down a little bit. You know, Brian had to slim down a little bit, and you know, it worked out for him.
And Paulo, like I was going off of Paulo measurements from him being in high school when he was like 6'10", 250 as an 18-year-old kid. And I was like thinking, like, bro, that's a grown ass man. Like, I'm older than this nigga, and this nigga 250. But like,
Ron, is he at least like legit 6'10"?
nah, he's like 6'10". Yeah, Paulo like 6'10".
Yeah,
But-
definitely.
But chill.
That's
280, he looked like it too, though. He looked big. Like he don't look like he in shape for real. Like he looked like he can play basketball, but he don't look like he in tip-top shape to be.
If you didn't watch the NBA and you saw him, you wouldn't be like, yo, that dude playing the NBA.
No, I probably would still think he played in the NBA, but I'm just saying, like, we've seen the NBA long enough to know what tip-top shape look like. That's not it. And we know that, like, that's not it. That's not the best shape he can be in. And so
I can show y'all the video of me standing next to Paulo when I was cooking him, and like you guys can see like how I look.
Ron, you got
how
footage?
big Paulo is.
You got footage of you standing next to Paulo?
You got footage of him defending him.
I got footage of him defending me too.
So you got footage. You got footage of you standing up next to Paulo, Ron. Yes, you
Look,
do.
it's footage of me doing this and looking back like big.
and Paulo smacked that shit off the next frame, boy. They just cut it out. That nigga got that shit off the glass, bro.
Paulo was like, I didn't know this nigga was this quick.
That nigga got that. Yeah, he said, I didn't know I had to jump to get this shit. That nigga tore that shit up, Ron, and you know it.
Drench, life comes fast at you. I'm telling you.
I already know.
But the next super chat is from Choppa Stands. Choppa said, sick of the James Harden narratives. When the Knicks player
picked over us. Yeah. When the next player
picked over us. I don't know what that means, but he said Cat is the same. Important games equals 20 points on 7 of 20 from the field, sub 30 from 3. Bad shots, no defense, and fouling out in the big games. So is he saying keep the same energy with Karl Anthony Towns?
What does James Harden got to do with this shit?
Yeah,
He's saying when people don't pick the Cavs because James Harden is gonna fold, but they'll pick the Knicks when they have Cat.
Boy, you got some understanding on you, Mars. Boy, I tell you, boy, that brain works like a motherfucker, boy. I would have never fucking thought about that, boy. Boy, Mars, you can understand some shit. Boy, I need you to do my daughter, boy. That nigga, Mars, boy, I'm about to start FaceTiming you with my daughter, boy. She be saying bullshit. Mars gonna figure that shit out, boy. Ain't no way he just figured that shit out.
Mars, can you translate this for me? Say that one more time.
And you know what's crazy? That nigga was frustrated that we couldn't understand that shit.
You see him sitting down there like this?
Mars is definitely Bo Jackson. Let's be clear about that right now, Drench. Mars is definitely Bo Jackson. Like, you can't run up a wall. No, nigga. You the only one who can run up a wall. Just you. Can't none of us do that except you.
This ain't the first time he done did it too. He do it all the time. But this one, I'm like, I thought we was all on one accord that this nigga was talking nonsense.
Yeah, I ain't know what
This nigga Mars came in and just told us exactly what he thought. Boy, you need to open up you a daycare, boy. You would make you some money, boy. You know exactly what these kids saying.
Good Lord.
This shit is crazy.
Whew. Well, Mars, stay on standby, Mars. I might need your help a little bit more. Oh, we had a Hey, Mars, do me a favor. We had a $9.99 super chat from MaxC2894. What the hell did he mean to say right here?
He meant to say Jalen Green the GOAT right there. That's what he meant to say.
All right. Well, he then sent through another $9.99 super chat saying, LOL at the last super chat, Dub PC. He said Adam Silver can no longer have any say about integrity after that Jazz game. Disgusting hoops in that final quarter by the Nuggets and the refs.
Wait a minute. What does that have to do with integrity? What are you talking about? the game.
Just letting Jokic get away with that shit.
Integrity, yeah, the rest lacked integrity.
They did the same thing with the Pistons. They did the same thing with the Knicks in years past, and they cleaned it up. They did the same thing with James and flopping and stuff like that. They did the same thing with these guys, and it got cleaned up. So the whole idea of integrity, I'm sure, have some sort of underlining meaning to this. Whether you're a Jazz guy, whether you're a Jazz fan, or you were a Jazz fan, something like that is going on for you to talk about integrity when it comes to this game in particular. I'm sure it is.
Hey man, I'm over the narrative talks about this shit. It's gonna be what it's gonna be at this point.
Shout out the Nuggets, man. And shout out that one guy too. He had a pretty good game yesterday. Nate sent through a super chat and said, shout out to Ox's brother for his panel debut yesterday. Dub Big Buffalo. That's what we calling him? Big Buffalo? Dub Big Buffalo.
Ox, you got a brother?
Look just like him. We thought that it was a filter yesterday, because I was like,
I thought it was Ox with a filter. I was like,
what the fuck?
I gotta go back and watch that episode. I did not see that.
I was like, wait a minute,
man,
Did he come on the whole episode?
That's Ox like 10
he came
years
in at
ago.
the end. He came in at the end.
It's like Ox 10 years younger. I was like, wait a minute.
He came and gave us a little 10-minute run right quick, you know.
Read
Ain't
the
no
rest
way
of that,
Ox
Ron.
got a goddamn brother, bro. There's no way Ox got a little brother. That you got a little brother, Ox?
Who ain't little, by the
Yeah.
way. Him and Ox the same
Way.
size. By the way.
He like I'm 9-10 years older than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Ox and Big Buffalo.
Ain't no way Ox did right with a little brother. There's no way he did right with a little brother. It's no possible way he did right with a little brother.
Oh man, he got lucky. I was out the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my brother. I got an older brother, 10 years older than me. So shit, shit happened.
Nah, I taught him well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, shout out to Big Buffalo.
Whoa.
You ain't gonna read the rest of that, Ron?
Ho, Ron.
What?
Put the super chat back up, please. And read the rest
What?
of that, please. The last part of that super chat.
Oh, my bad. Nate also said, Ox, can you confirm that he put Ron on a poster?
I ain't gonna lie. I heard about it from Ron and my brother. So I know
damn, Ron, you admitted to this shit too?
I wasn't in the gym
Ron.
that day. I think, matter of fact, I was out of town. They was at the Y. I was out of town, but when I got back home, they was talking about it.
Ron, this is why
I
you
heard
never talk to the
I heard
feds.
about
You
it
should have
too.
asked for your representation, and this is why. See, now you've incriminated yourself. And now everyone's gonna know that Ox's little brother dunked on your ass. You could have just
I'm
kept
saying
it
heard
out.
about
You
it
could've
too.
just been like, nah,
At that time,
I don't remember it that way.
when it happened though, that's respectable to get dunked up by him at that time. Like when it happened, like my bro was cold. He tore the same ACL 3 times. He was cold though. Like yeah.
3 times. Shit.
Wheels are bad.
He was nice. He was for real.
Was he nicer than you?
Nah, come on, be for real.
No.
I've heard the little brothers are usually better than the big brothers.
On a serious note, he had more skill than me. He could shoot it better than me. I just was a little more physical, more aggressive. Like he played more like a 3. I played more like a 4. You know what I'm saying? He could do a little more with the ball. He could shoot it a little better. But I was just a demon on the block, just a little more intensity. Other than that, though, I'll say skill set wise, of my siblings, I'm probably the worst as far as that goes.
Man,
you know,
one of my
sister's
teammates
the
tore
best,
ACL 3 times.
Yeah,
One of
my
teammates.
sister's ridiculous.
That's what I was about to ask you, Ox.
My
If your
sister-
sister
my
is coming
sister
up
was-
today. Is she playing in the WNBA?
I think my sister had action back when she was, but she really didn't like basketball. She just went to go get a free education.
She's one of them.
She was
people.
nasty.
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
nah.
I'm super nice at this, but I'll play because I'm good at
Yeah,
it.
no, my sister could have went to a lot of different schools. She chose to go to LMU so she could get the education she wanted, and you know what I'm saying, smaller class sizes. She was getting looked at like Notre Dame, all types of schools. She was just like, nah, I'm gonna stay closer to home.
And that's a good league too
For
in
sure.
the West Coast
For
Conference.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Man,
no,
you know what?
my sister was different. I seen her sophomore year giving 29 and 17. Like she was cold, like for real.
And instead of going to
That's a
USC,
hell
I'm
of
gonna
a
go to
family.
LMU. Instead of going to USC, I'm gonna go to LMU. Instead of going to UCLA, I'll go to LMU.
And plus, she like 6'2", so it was kind of like she
Big
wanted
girl.
to play the power forward center. She didn't want to play the 3. You know what I'm saying? So she like, I'll go. But she was.
But you know
nasty
how
though,
much
for
of
real.
a block demon that you got to be to where you don't want to play the 3, you want to play power forward. Like it's not
Yeah.
very many people who just legitimately just want to play the 4.
That's called self-awareness.
coming
I
out
know
of
where
high
I'm at. I know where I'm at. I know where I'm nice
I got
at.
another project though, Ox. I got this little. Well, she already going to college. But I'm working with this young girl from She going to PV next year. Well, in the summertime.
Oh,
Hey, we getting like that. We getting like that in that gym. We getting like that. I'm just letting you know.
What position she play?
Her coach says she gonna probably have her at the 4. So slide her down to the 3 a little bit.
How big is
But-
she legit?
She probably like 6'2". She
Okay.
probably like 6'2", 6'2 and a half.
Mhm.
Maybe pushing 6'3", but I caught her when she was raw, when she was like a sophomore. I was with her when she got her first offer. She got her first offer from like Howard. She was real raw talent, but she didn't work her way. She probably could have went to a better school than PV, but you know, like Ox said, sometimes girls just pick the school that they, like they legitimately want to go.
And that's Prairie View, so you don't, so you know. Mhm.
Y'all see?
Yeah,
Have y'all
Prairie
seen
View.
this? Have y'all seen this girl? She kind of like I don't know if she like light skin or if she got some like Latino in her or something. But she from Minnesota. She played big. She averaging 24 and 19 right now. I can't remember what school she about to go to. I just seen it yesterday. She's going somewhere.
You've been seeing Aaliyah Chavez been hooping though, right?
Oh yeah, Leah nasty.
Yeah, Leah Nash. Look, shout out my boy
Hey,
Aaron Miller
it's
though. Aaron Miller be working
Jordan.
with her.
It's March. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah, it's about that
You know what time it is.
Hannah
Hey, you know
Chicago
you-
finna show you. Ooh, I can't wait for this. Hannah
Hey,
Chicago.
are you coming down here for the first 2 rounds? They got
I seen you send me the video. When is it?
Yeah,
That's
first-
in
Portland, or
seven-
is that
seven-
women?
17th and 19th. I think it's the men, which is, I mean, that's good. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping it's going to be the women's, but no, I think the women's, I think they're going to have a round out here too, but not at the moment.
I ain't gonna lie, Alex, I'm going to Indy. I'm going to Indy for the
Final Four.
I gotta go to. I was just talking to
Yeah.
Dave yesterday. I'm going to Indy, bro. I gotta go to Indy.
Yeah, for that final.
I might duck out of Indy for real though for a little bit, but I gotta go to Indy for the Final Four.
Yeah, but I know the first 2 rounds, I believe it's March 17th and 19th, are going to be out here at the MODA Center. So, hey, y'all might pull up for that game. Y'all might oh, never mind, I'm tripping. That's much. Y'all might pull up for that and it just stay. So we get it in for 3 weeks.
Man,
All right, Gregory Kirkland sent through a super chat and said, remember when Westbrook was in the 6th Man of the Year talks, then people started having requirements for the award. It's been crickets about the award ever since. Y'all remember that?
No,
Nobody remembers that?
I genuinely don't.
I don't either.
So while where we're at right now, we were talking about 6 man, but I was gonna ask you guys who you have for 6 man, but I still didn't get who you guys got from MIP. Who do you guys have ultimately winning the most improved player this year?
Got to be Jalen Duren, bro. It's got to be Jalen Duren.
I think it end up being Denny. There's no way they're gonna let Denny not win it.
Yeah, Benny's missed 14 games already.
It don't matter, Mars. That shit was predestined.
Jalen missed some games too, though.
When you say
I agree. He might be the exception to the rule. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was promised for him. So
I was about to say,
seems to
Drench,
be the
what do you
exception in every
mean
other
by that?
circumstance.
it was promised for Denny to win these awards, bro. Just letting you know.
Them free throws ain't come from nowhere, man.
Denny winning that shit, Ox.
Penny,
He
who
ain't
you got?
missing no more games. How many games you can miss?
17.
17.
Yeah, he ain't missing no more games.
I mean,
Denny
if it's his back, he got it. He has to. You know what I'm saying? You can't play through no back, especially not for no most improved award.
How many more games is left?
They'll
Games
change the rule. There's an exception in the rule. It's like, if you have a season-ending injury and you have a certain amount of games played, you can still win an award. Then you're gonna be eligible for that exception. Guaranteed.
They only got like 17 more games left, right? Or some shit like
they
that.
got like 20, I think.
Okay, 20 around there. Okay. Maybe he missed
We'll see.
every 7 games. Maybe he missed a game.
Assuming he's ineligible, I think Jalen Johnson will probably win it.
Yeah. I ain't mad at that. I don't think Jalen Duren's gonna win it though, by the way. I think Jalen Duren's been great this year. I don't think we value it as, basketball guys on the panel. I don't think the voters and the media will value what Jalen Duren is doing.
Aren't the voters
And
basketball people?
over Jalen Duren and
Yeah,
I mean not
people
Jalen
will
Duren, Jalen
vote.
Johnson and Denny. So
I'm just curious, like, aren't the voters who are voting on this supposed to be basketball people who watch the games and know about these players?
yeah, but it's a different class and quality.
Okay. So you mean like they're not going through the film breakdowns like you are? Like
Not
that?
necessarily that. It's just sometimes in basketball discourse is damn near worse than politics, bro. So like I feel like these, people in basketball discourse, like some people just truly see the game differently than one another, which is not a problem, but some of the nuances and some of the bullshit that they care about,
Right.
other people don't care about. And that's why I don't think Jalen Duren will get his fair shake. But I could be wrong. So I don't know.
Also, Denny's missed the last 5 games too.
He
in
went
one
out
of the
against
games,
Suns,
yeah, and he only played 59 seconds.
Damn. Yeah, he might be done.
He hurt his back tweets in the first play of the game.
Yeah, that might be done. A back motherfucker. That shit ain't no joke, boy.
Exactly, yeah.
I mean, but it's like 17 games left for him. He could.
Man, shut him down for the rest of the year, man, and then he gonna get
They could
the
give him a little
season.
steroid shot.
They gonna give him the season-ending injury exemption, so he'll be eligible with his 48 games. That's what's going
I
on.
wouldn't be surprised, but I will.
Exactly,
say this,
that's
though,
what's
Mars.
gonna happen. I'll be like, yeah, makes sense.
I
yeah.
would say this though, Mars. They could give him a little steroid shot, and as long as he don't dunk, they ain't gonna drug test him. As long as he don't go out there wilding like Paul George,
Man, they ain't gonna drug. They could drug test him, and even if that shit come back positive, they gonna let him play.
Right.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Type shit. So
Yeah, he'll be
I feel
all
that.
Chill, who you got?
The kid from Utah, George.
You got Keyonte?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the reasoning. Oh, go ahead, Chill. My bad. I thought you was
I had Giddy, but I think the kid from Utah, he's improved the most this season.
Yeah, I think the reasons, like what you were saying earlier, Ron, like obviously, most improved isn't necessarily predicated on like your team's record, but when you look at Jalen Duren, like the step up in his stats, and also the step up in the impact he's making on his basketball team, I don't see any way Jalen Duren doesn't get it.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, it's like I said, it's the reason why we talked about this episode. This is one of the best races in the NBA right now. All of these guys, like we have the top 3 guys all jumped into All-Star tier this year. So it's like you got 3 All-Stars, 3 guys that have taken their games to the next level. And it's just a good race. Keyonte George also too. He had 36 last night on the Nuggets. What's his name? Nickeil Alexander-Walker. So, I mean, it's a good race all around and all together. I'm running a poll right now. I'm asking you guys, who do you believe the MIP should be? Denny, Jalen, both of them, Jalen Duren, Jalen Johnson, or Keyonte. You guys talk to me. Let me know how you feel. However, the next super chat that we got is from Eric Espinoza. Eric said if the Clips snag the Spurs in the first round, it's going to be pure cinema. Kawhi has yet to be in San Antonio for a playoff series and constantly gets booed every time he's in San Antonio. Get your popcorn ready, GSG.
Now, no more he doesn't. He didn't get booed as much as he used to. Greg Popovich already put a stop to that.
Yeah, he did. Shout out to Pop for standing up for
He put a
that.
stop to that. We ain't doing that no more.
Man, if I was on the
W-
Spurs, I
W-
would have been like, if I was on the Spurs, I'd have been like, this nigga Pop tripping, man. Let them nigga boo this nigga, man. This nigga ain't on our team. He ain't with us.
It just depends on who I am. Like you know what I'm saying. If I don't got to guard this nigga, y'all go ahead and boo him all you want.
Yeah, for sure. I feel that.
Go ahead. But shit, that's not what y'all want though. I know San Antonio is nasty, but that ain't what y'all want.
I would love to see that series.
Man, Kawhi don't give a fuck about the Spurs no more. That shit
He
was
really
so
don't.
long ago.
He really don't,
give a fuck
Trench.
about that
He
shit
don't
no
care
more.
about that
He
shit.
he don't.
Been in LA
he-
7 years now.
Yeah.
Right. But so
that.
I'm not even saying like he'll take it personally, like that's why they don't want it. I'm saying they just don't want it because it's going, personal or not, he's still gonna try. He's still trying to win. So, I think what they gonna do? Like who gonna guard him? Who? Wemby? Yeah, torch that nigga. Like, no, absolutely not. Kawhi killing Wemby.
Stephon
He
Castle
too little, bro. Stephon too little.
Little ass boy.
That's going. Hey, I'm. You know what though? This, to be real about it though, and like real predictions, the Spurs probably should win that series. You know what I'm saying? Like the Spurs should win that series. I'm gonna go ahead and just say I got this. I got the Spurs. Now if the series happens, y'all know I'm gonna be up here pushing for the Clippers, obviously. But the Spurs should probably win that series, 100%. But Carter Bryant,
Carter Bryant can check him.
No, he can't. You know that. Even Penn won't even say that. Hey, Carter Bryant and Stephon Castle could double team Kawhi, and they getting torched.
I mean,
I got Carter.
I'll tell you what, though, Ox. I'll tell you what, though, Ox. Carter grew up. He was 5 years old, watching Kawhi in the gym. I promise you, he will take that matchup very, very personally.
He should. He should. And Kawhi is going to personally put that little ass boy in timeout like he used to. Go sit your ass over there in that corner, son. You ain't ready for this. Hey, you ain't ready for this.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Chat right here.
He's not supposed to be ready for this. He's a superstar. How many players do you know that can stop Kawhi? Zero.
No.
So why would rookie be able to do it?
Yeah, he won't. That's the point. That's the point. That's the only point.
But all I'm saying is, what I appreciate about Carter is I know that he will take that matchup.
Yes, he will.
Personally,
man, that nigga not getting in the game, Penn.
That's first. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
He'll probably play 7 minutes the whole series.
Cool. But you know what? Like when I'm looking at young players, I don't expect you to be shutting down stars. I do look to see, are you scared? Is the moment too big?
I can go with that.
Are you trying to go at them? And
when the last time you seen a player scared though to guard somebody?
No. Hear me out. Like remember Asar's rookie season when he locked up Cade? You remember that?
He locked up
what?
Wait, Asar's rookie season when he locked up Shea. My bad.
Okay.
You remember that? Like it was like the 6th or 7th game of the season, and Thinking Basketball did this whole thing about it, and that to me was like, okay, Shea is 30-point per game scorer. He's amazing. For him to go at him the way that he did, I was like, this is a very promising outlook. I've seen Kaysen do it. I've seen Dyson do it in his limited minutes in New Orleans. I've seen Scotty do it when he went up against, Luka and LeBron in his rookie season. So to me, it's like Carter cut from the same cloth with those guys. I'm not saying he's going to be as good. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying mentally speaking, he's cut from the same cloth of, I don't back down from you. Who the hell are you? I'm going to be one of you one day. He has confidently declared. Do you remember the dunk contest when he said, I'm going to be one of the best players in the league? And he said that he's been saying
that nigga lying like a motherfucker though.
Okay, cool, man. Like we're talking 5 years. Maybe he wrong, but I appreciate the conviction. Like, what the hell you want him to say? Now I'm gonna be a role player?
No, I do like Carter a lot. I like Carter.
And you know what? Like, it's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to back it up with work. What have we seen from Carter all year? He went from being absolutely unplayable to absolutely awful. And like I've had some discussions with his dad about like, the game being too fast and all that stuff. And to now where in his limited time, he's producing positively, man. Yeah, so you show me a rookie who comes off to a terrible start, goes down to the G League, doesn't get discouraged, keeps working. Carter is everything I thought he would be. Now, salute to Carter Bryant.
Right. No, definitely shout out to Carter Bryant. This wasn't about that. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Carter Bryant. The only point of this is he can't fuck with Kawhi. As much as even you know what I'm saying? Nobody, yeah, and that's my point. This isn't a Carter Bryant bad session. It never was. It was just about if this series happens, I expect the Spurs to win, but it's not. I don't think it's going to be as easy as a lot of people might think it will be because they don't have anybody to go.
Who's the best?
It's Stephon Castle, I would think probably. Stephon Castle,
OG,
but
OG, no former.
I'm talking about on the Spurs in the league. There ain't one.
OG, Scotty.
There ain't one.
And Penn, to answer your question, in 2011, I remember this vividly. In 2011, during the playoffs, Jeff Teague didn't want anything to do with Derrick Rose. He didn't want nothing to do with him.
Shit.
Nothing.
That nigga don't play.
I hope he don't play defense on his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but like that don't mean nothing. Jeff Teague just don't play defense. Like that's what he be saying. Like he don't want to play defense. Like that ain't shit. He don't want nothing to do with nobody. He just want to get the ball on offense and do what he do.
No,
Like,
I was watching that series. He didn't want anything to do with Derrick Rose. Nothing.
I don't think nobody wanted nothing to do.
I
with
don't know
Derrick
what
Rose.
point guards in the NBA did at that time.
Rondo did
Okay,
not
yeah.
have a problem with Derrick Rose.
Man,
Rondo
Derrick
Rose,
wanted
damn,
That's
Rondo
not
wanted
fair
all
though,
the
Chill.
smoke.
You know, Ray's
Rondo
not
wanted
different.
all the smoke when it came to Derrick Rose.
But
Rondo wanted all of it.
that's a
Rondo.
good defender though. Like guys like Dylan Brooks and Pat Bev, they'll go at you, and I really appreciate that about them. Just saying,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
For
but
sure.
ain't nobody doing nothing with Derrick Rose.
don't be scared
man.
of
Come on,
stars,
man.
yo. No one can stop them.
20
So you're
in
not gonna look
2010?
stupid if you get scored on. You're supposed to get scored on, but like, yeah, to me, you'll look stupid if you back down. If you
Man,
just
in
start
2010,
fouling
yo,
and asking for help.
That's what
shit,
Drench's
bro.
point. I mean, that's what my point was, Pim, because you were talking about guys being afraid. I mean, I was there in 2002. Doug Christie didn't want nothing to do with Bryant. Nothing. It was all a farce.
Because he ain't had that smelling salt that he
No.
got now.
He ain't
If
want
he had that
nothing to do
smelling salt, he would have got on his ass.
Mhm.
He ain't had that shit now.
But Kobe
Nah,
wanted,
nah.
but Kobe did want to check Allen Iverson.
He
And
did.
Kobe
yeah.
and Kobe
Kobe
did
wanted to
want to
check
check
everybody.
Michael Jordan. Exactly.
did
And that's
check
what I'm
everybody.
saying.
Yeah, Carter Bryant.
But-
You
but
ain't
see-
seeing Carter Bryant in that cloth, though.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
the same cloth.
Drench. What I'm
Nigga on
saying
the other
is
side of the
how
rag.
How did we get here?
I don't know.
Exactly,
That's a
because
great question, Morris.
because we go too far when we talk about certain players.
Kawhi,
We go too
Carl
far.
Bryant can't guard Kawhi, but Kobe wanted to take assignments. What?
Exactly.
How?
Exactly.
How did we
Exactly.
get
That's
here?
what
We
I'm
just-
saying.
we
Like,
were talking
go
about
too
guys
far
being
with
afraid.
certain
We
We
players.
were just talking about guys being afraid. That's
Oh,
what
we
it
have
was.
so
we
far
having a
with
good
players.
conversation, Mars, about
And
We
you're
having
not
a
being
good
intellectual
overtime
curious.
We got places
How
to
you
go.
and
Curiosity,
Just-
Mars.
Because we're in overtime. That's why we're in overtime. Got
We
places
are
to
in
go.
overtime, fellas. And we-
Mars got
Exactly.
shit to do. Y'all better come on.
Exactly. I
So,
got
and
things
Mars
to
ain't
do
the
on
only
this
one.
Friday
Anyways,
afternoon.
my bad.
What are you talking
I thought it was a good
Yeah,
conversation
y'all
to have
niggas
about
got
how
3 more
players
minutes out of
interpret
me.
failure, but that's cool, you know.
But I do want to say, like, Carter
about?
Bryant is the starting or is the future small forward, power forward, whatever he
For
is,
sure.
3-4 for the Spurs. Like, I think that's
How old is
Yeah.
Keldon Johnson?
Like 25, 26.
26?
Something
That future
like
Man,
that
Ron
future
just
that-
looking
that
back
future-
on the future with
that
that
They
boy.
could play together.
that future
that.
gonna
He's going to be better than
Well,
Keldon
they got
Johnson.
They
well,
could play
Keldon
together.
Johnson.
And Devin
Keldon Johnson. He's not going.
There's no way you think he's gonna be better than Devin Vassell.
He's not gonna be better
I
than Devin
definitely
Vassell.
do think
That's
he's gonna
that's
be
what I'm
better
saying.
than
You got Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson. That future gonna have to hold on a little bit, bro.
Come on, man.
Alright.
Devin Vassell been playing.
Ron.
Man, come on, man. Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go,
'cause
brother.
We can't do that.
Let's
We
go,
can't do that
brother.
with Devin Vassell.
Chill. Well, hey, if you think that conversation halted things, oh, brother, we got a super chat from Justin783. Justin said, I'm banned in Penn's channel for arguing that Cade will be better than Scotty 3 years ago. I've never been so vindicated in my whole life. Telling me he was at best an 8th pick in that draft. That Suggs was better, etc.
Well, I will say this. I do not remember who you are, but I have a few thoughts very quickly for you. Number
Can you
one,
unban him first?
no. My first thought is if this is the greatest vindication of your life, you're leading a very, very sad life. Number two, you were not banned for disagreeing with me that Cade was better than Scotty, because plenty of people disagree with me and they are still there. You were banned for being a dumbass. There you go.
He was banned for being a dumbass for thinking.
Nah.
Cade was better than Scotty.
Nah, like why do people think like people have this like narrative bias like, oh, Penn just don't like when people disagree with him. He start crying every time. Chill, how many times have you disagreed with me? Like a million. I've lost count.
Is Chill banned on your channel?
No, Chill, welcome anytime. Pay you $2,000 an episode. Chill.
I'm good.
God damn, boy.
See,
Shit,
he's like, I'm good. I ain't associated with that
Bobby
Scotty
on
Barnes
motherfucker.
channel.
Bobby in
But
that
my-
bitch with my Raptors jersey on.
No,
Y'all paying how much
look, man.
episode?
I'm gonna say this. Whatever energy you bring
Bring my
into
shit
me,
like
we're
Ron.
keeping the same energy back. You could disagree with me all you want. I promise you, I am wrong all day, every day. I like failure personally. I like failure. That's why I like players who will try to guard players they cannot guard.
Carter Bryant
like
in you.
failure. Absolutely. That's why I recognize dog. Dog recognize dog. You got to have a little dog to actually recognize dogs, you know? So
Come on,
that's what I'm
Mars.
saying. Like, so that's all I'm saying. Like, if you wanna come at me and say I'm wrong, that's cool. We could have a respectful discussion. When you start calling me names and shit, and you start spamming all caps in the chat, and then you crying that you got banned, sending $20 super chats like, oh my god, I've been vindicated. But you're not vindicated. You're not
The real
vindicated.
dog is
What
stand on
vindication.
Except
You
you're
told
banned
me the
from
number
Penn's
one
Kingdom.
pick wasn't going to be the 8th best player in the draft. Cool. At the time, though, like let's not lie about it. He wasn't good 2.5 years ago. He wasn't good. Okay. He's way better now, way better since, and I've given him plenty of credit. And he's actually, I'm gonna say this, I really enjoy watching Cade Cunningham. Really
More
enjoy
than
watching
Scotty.
him.
I think I got Jerry West right next to
No.
Oscar Robertson in my rankings. Like I think I got Jerry West 12 and I got Oscar 13. So they like right next.
Hey,
I got Jerry
speaking of
above
somebody
Oscar.
guarding Kawhi, I just saw something about Nate Williams guarding Kawhi.
He
Mm.
bleed how I
Williams.
bleed.
Mm.
Hey,
Shout out
hey.
Nate Williams.
So all
Nate
that
Williams-
tells me, he ain't gonna guard Magic Johnson. That's what that tells me.
Oh God! Oh my God! Come on, Ron.
That
Let's
tells
go.
Oh,
Hey,
well,
Pin, this
That boy
season,
sharp.
real quick, just
That boy
last
sharp,
question.
boy.
Last question. This season, Pin, who has the better VORP this season, Cade or Scotty?
Cade. But you know what's funny? On their careers, it's still Scotty.
Yeah, but
shout
this
out Big
season.
Scotty.
Because availability is the best ability.
Speaking of out, Ron, I got to bounce. I'll see you doing small.
All right, chill.
Alprin
I'm out with you,
Sengun
chill.
leads that draft class in VORP all time.
Yep.
You know he's not.
Yeah,
the best player in
but
that draft.
this season,
Okay,
who has the
but-
best? Who has the best
But
VORP?
Mars, from a perspective
Cade,
of
I think.
statistics, if you look at the top 10 names, are the 10 best players there? Relatively speaking,
But-
are 8 of the 10 best players top 10 in VORP? it's a pretty
yeah,
valid
probably,
stat.
probably, yeah,
Cool.
8.
All right, the next super chat is from Be Like Malk. Malk said, "How did that under on Jamal's points go, Ron?" You see, the thing
Oh yeah,
about it
that
is-
shit was way off. Yeah. Ooh.
Me and Swiper got this thing where Swiper tells me before the show, take the under on Jamal so he can go off because Jamal watches PC. He watches the panel. You know, just that little bit of inspiration is what Jamal needs to have big nights like that. So shout out to you, Lester. Shout out to Swiper. Shout out to the Nuggets. We up. I will be taking a less on Jamal Thursday when Swiper's here as well. And that's just what we're going to keep doing. King Bo, Ox's partner, King Bo, said Joker laying on Keyonte was not in my bingo cards, and now his flopping is getting more highlighted because he's worse than anything I've seen SGA do.
It's them international
I don't
dudes,
got
man.
no words for
Damn.
that shit Joker be doing. No words for that shit. Big ass weenie.
All right. Gunny
Big ass
L
weenie
Neck.
is crazy.
It's insane. But Gunny L Neck sent through a super chat and said, "What is each of the panel members' assessment on Doc Rivers' strengths and weaknesses? Is he or has he ever been a great coach? What's his scheme and identity?"
He's top 15 ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got time for that shit all day, so I guess whatever Mars say, I agree.
He's on the
Chat-
list.
chat
He's on the top
clears.
15. He's on the top 15 list.
I'm cool with me. I'm just saying, chat clears.
I can't assess Doc Rivers. He's unassessable.
Doc Rivers,
I
man,
mean-
great regular season coach, and then
Great.
I think
Great,
I think he's
Doc's
rigid.
a regular season goat.
I think he's rigid. I think he relies on his vets a little too much. I think he is slow to adjust. I think everything comes down to that. I think his mind is slow to adjust to what's happening. And I think other people adjust more quickly. And since most playoff series are games of adjustments, I'm not surprised that he's choked away as many as he has.
There you have it. Caleb Love Enthusiast said the future used to be so bright in Golden State. Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, James Wiseman all failed. At some point, you have to wonder, can Kerr develop young players?
Jordan Poole was looking fine, then got punched in the face. Moses Moody, I think Moses Moody's cool. I don't
Moses
have a
High.
problem with Moses
Yeah,
Moody.
especially
I
for
don't
what
have a
he
problem with-
was, where he was
He was
drafted,
a
like, Moses was
14th
good.
pick. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Moses has been fine. Wiseman, I could have told you wasn't gonna work. But even he got hurt. So give him a bit benefit of the doubt. And then Jonathan Kuminga, yeah, that one just didn't go well for anyone involved.
Wiseman was a 2020 pick, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
I think a lot of teams screwed up the draft around the pandemic. I mean, they just didn't have the same opportunity to travel around the country, see a lot of games. And with Wiseman, it was specifically because he left Memphis after 4 games. He just didn't have sample. And I could understand why a team would want to draft him. I didn't like him that much, though.
STT38 said Luka's last 20 games, 31 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists on 49-42 splits. What's happened, man? He's still that guy.
He is still that guy.
It's the best point guard in the league. Talk about it.
There's at least 2 people up here who told you when those shots start falling, don't come apologizing.
We told y'all. Didn't we tell y'all?
That was me and
You wanna
Mars.
listen. Yeah, we.
Yes, we. Okay.
Me and Mars.
No, me and Mars.
Who cares? It was you two. It wasn't even me. Super chat.
Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. Brandon Abrahamson. Brandon, no, he's Abraham's son. Brandon Abraham's son said this year Ant is in the same category as Jokic, SGA, and Luka.
He said is
Because not even in
Ant.
the category with Jokic and SGA.
No,
But
he's
no,
not.
I think Ant's worse than all three of them.
Wait, Abraham's son,
Yeah,
ain't that the one that he was about to?
yeah,
Kill.
yeah. Shout out Joseph.
Had to show his loyalty, man.
But no, Ant is not in this group. Luka really isn't in this group, but
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, Jokic ain't even in this group. But it's
Hey, I don't know about y'all, but the Bible, that's a wild ass book, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
hey, man.
I ain't gonna lie
But
to you.
it's a good book, right?
yeah, it's right there.
It's
Right there.
fine,
That's
it's
like
fine.
Diary of a Wimpy
What
Kid.
Bible that?
The Bible. Like,
I've
it's
never
it's
heard the
fire.
Bible. I've never heard the Bible described as fire.
It's fire. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just like,
You know, with all the brimstone.
yo,
and hell
Mars,
off the-
I'm saying,
It
boys,
will
like,
be
if
fire if you don't
it's
get
so-
your life together.
Facts. More, I'm saying though, Mars, like, if would you like if God came to you like and told you to do your little man's, like, would you do him?
Hell no.
It's crazy. And he was
easy
finna
to say,
do it.
easy to say that when you're not in that position. But
He was finna
Yeah.
do it.
he ain't love his kid like that for real. Can make another one. That was the mindset.
Hey, chat, Isaac, Jacob, Joseph, same thing. Also, too, I want to shout out our new members. Quan 103 became a member. Arrow 80 became a new member. Shout out Arrow 80. And Cheese gifted 15 Players Choice memberships. Salute to Cheese because, well, that's the highest human act you could do is gift a Players Choice membership. Also, Key. Yeah, we'll just call you Key. Key became a new YouTube member, and Mr. Aki123 also became a YouTube member. Shout out to all of them. Once again, shout out to Cheese. Cheese is a Hall of Famer, and Cheese is a GOAT in the chat. Salute to him.
I'm just saying though, Ron. I'm a run in the room. I'm gonna wake my little nigga up like, hey, you will never guess what God told me to do. But tell look, hey, God tripping, don't trust him. That's how I told him. I said, hey, watch your back. He coming for you.
Your son forever gonna be indebted to you when you say you ignore God for him. That's a
I tell him, look, all right, look, this is how we gonna do it. You and your son versus me and my son. Let's get it up.
I don't think you're gonna win that one.
Who and whose son?
He's
I'm
challenging
just saying.
God to a
Who and
2-on-2
who's
tag
son?
team match.
I'm just saying though, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that one gonna go well for you, but shout out to you for being willing to.
Nah. Who and whose son?
I'm just saying we got to get it in. Hell no, you can't just tell me to go off my son. Like, nigga, what?
The views expressed by individual panelists do not reflect the
Like,
group's perspective.
Nigga, what?
Thank you.
Hell
I'm
nah.
not trying to get 500 DMs.
I'm finna go wake up my son, tell him, hey, get your strap. Hey, we got to ride.
Would that be admissible in court? Like, say someone right now killed their son. They said they told him to.
Yo,
Would
we
that
gotta get
work?
up
Would
out of
they-
here,
would
yo.
they still
People
gonna be-
do that,
Yo.
Mars. People actually do that.
Shit, like if God
But
tell
they
you
get-
to
they
do
get
something, you
tested for
do it. Like
insanity,
you
though.
really committing a crime? Because God
we got a
the
super chat from
reality
Icarus.
piece.
Oh,
Who-
man.
Oh look,
another-
Icarus!
a
Hey,
Greek-
come on, man! Shout out to him.
a Greek god. We got a super chat addressed to a Greek god. Icarus said, "Giannis homecoming greeted by belt." Shaking my head.
Shout out Ugo.
Told y'all that boy should have stayed his ass on the bench. Didn't I tell y'all?
Yeah, you was yapping, but the comments agreed with
Ryan,
you.
Ryan, you gotta live to hoop another day, man. I don't understand what's wrong with y'all.
Yeah, live
I'm
to
not
hoop another
playing.
day.
I'm not playing because I think I'm not gonna win. That's all.
No, Oh yeah. Because I think
Ron,
we're not
did
going
you
to win. Yeah.
did you at any point consider making today's panel episode Bucks better without Giannis? Question mark.
Not for 1 second. But
What
I
about
don't make the
Celtics
titles.
better without Jaylen Brown? Question mark.
I don't make the titles, so I can't say that I considered it.
Of course you don't.
You know, I
What
just
about-
get the topic
But
list.
Ron, I have a very important question for you before we get out of here. Do you
What's that?
choose the pictures of the panelists that are used in the reels? I'm asking for a Sacramento.
My
In the
bad,
reels?
Napoleon.
Yeah, for the
Nah.
reels.
No.
Y'all did Ox
Look,
30.
I'll
with
just
that
come up
picture,
here
man.
and yap. And
Y'all
the person
did
who
Ox
does
30
all of
with
that
that
stuff.
picture, man.
Yeah, I can't believe
I
they
don't
did my
appreciate. I don't
Ox
appreciate.
like
I don't
that.
stand with. I don't stand for that shit. No.
What happened?
That
Nah,
picture
don't
they
worry about
used
it,
of
big
you
guy.
as a Sacramento Kings fan in the reel. You didn't see it
How I'm supposed to see that?
on the internet.
Don't even worry about it, Big X.
Nah.
Hey, you was representing for your squad the way you supposed to. We got one more members chat though from Neck Ah. Neck Ah has been a member for 22 months, and Neck Ah said, "Trae Young back Thursday. Wizards hoops back finally."
They're gonna make a
that's
late
crazy.
playing push. Late playing.
When's the last time the Wizards made the
fire.
playoffs?
21.
Damn. I
Hey,
forgot.
good looking for sounding the alarm on that pin. Now, hey Ron, when me and my son get done with these other two niggas, we gonna come see you. Just you though.
What do I gotta do with this?
I guess y'all did me dirty in the rear.
Oh man. Hey, you need to worry about the owners of your franchise before you come to see me. All right. Go take care. Go get them together. However,
I'll get her together.
We
for
have
sure.
one more.
Oh yeah, we good. I don't need the lure of him banning people.
Oh, you're not gonna get it.
Justin 783 said, "Nah, Pin, you legit banned with me because I kept going at you with your bad takes about Cade, and you were like, you know what, Justin? You know what, Justin? You've been going at me for days. You are banned, buddy."
Well, I don't exactly remember who you are. I genuinely don't, because to me, you're just like a sea of 25 to 30 people that we've banned like that. Who am I lying to? I've banned at least 200 people. I look at my banned commenters all the time. But I will say this: I do enjoy reading the comment section. And one look at your comments here, I'm very glad I did. But I will say this: thank you for supporting Players Choice with the $30 super chats. I very much appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Justin, we'll never ban you. Over
Unban
here.
him.
Don't worry about it.
Please spam a
Unban him.
$50 super chat if you. No, how about
Hey,
this?
chat,
Justin,
spam,
Justin,
unban him, Pin.
Justin,
Spam it.
if you want me to apologize, spam $100 super chat.
Free
to Players
Justin,
Choice.
man.
Free my
Ban
man,
him.
Justin,
Unban
for
him,
real.
man. That's crazy.
Nah,
Free him.
that's all
Free
good,
the kid,
man.
Free the kid.
He's not a kid. I mean, he could be a kid. I don't know. Can't tell.
Free the boy.
Unban
But-
that kid, man.
All right, y'all. We're not gonna unfortunately stick around to see if Justin gets unbanned or not, but we will be here tomorrow, same place, same time. It's just gonna be a better group of guys, and it's gonna be a better show. But wait, it appears Justin's not done. He said, "I've super chatted you, Pin, calling you out on your bad takes on your channel."
Oh man, but can you sometimes super chat me for my good takes? I have a lot of those too.
Debatable.
If you keep it balanced, we could have a chat about it. But when you just straight up hating all the time, then I don't want anything to do with you. Look, man, the way I see it, my channel, my rules, it's like my living room, and I don't want you in my living room. So stay the fuck out.
Damn.
What if Justin come in your living room and get to jumping on your couch, talking about fuck your couch? You kick him out, Pin?
No, we're gonna have to squabble then.
All right, the Black John is right. You will find out tomorrow on the next episode of the Players Choice Podcast. In the meantime, between time, y'all be easy. We out. See you in Portland.
Peace.